But he was, like, something was off. Like, I could cut the fucking tension in that car with a knife. And I just like looked over to him and I'm like, everything okay, buddy? And he's like, dude, I have never been ripped into so hard in my life by anybody. He just starts telling me how he could charge me $10,000 for an interview, how I offended him by picking him up myself, how about I mean, every single way this guy could belittle me, he belittled me. He said it was too hot in the car. Mind you, the heat was not on, and it was July. I had the AC on. Like the car was not hot. And for anyone who wants to ask, it was not hot. And he's like freaking out. Then the GPS is telling me to go one way. He doesn't like the way that I go, and he rips into me about that. He doesn't stop yelling at me until I pull in the driveway. Then I had already texted Jess, my girlfriend, and I had like warned her I did something I usually don't do. I texted at a red light and I said, something's wrong with him today. I don't know what it is, but he's freaking out. I was like, you need to have everything ready to go when I get there. The text never made it to her. So everything wasn't ready to go when I got here. And he sat in this chair. And we got up the stairs. He asked me where the bathroom was. He went into the bathroom, came out here, belittled me and my girlfriend. And I'm not gonna get into like the details, like specifics about the things I am not going to release that episode. First of all, you can see that I'm fucking shaken. Like, I'm not scared of Avi Loeb. I would punch that guy in his mouth, and I would put him through a wall if I needed to. But the way he was acting, if I was a woman, if I was someone else, they might have been timid and they might have been fearful. That's the way he was acting. And you can see it in my eyes during the whole interview. Something's wrong. And mind you, in the interview, he tells me that 3i Atlas is definitely a natural object, but how he needs $1 billion from Congress. And I promised this, I promise, as soon as each camera I hit record on each camera and said, we're live, he fucking went into interview mode and acted like nothing happened. End of the interview, 1 hour and 7 minutes in, he says, he like points at his watch, and I had already texted Jess to have a car out there at that exact minute. So he just got up, walked out to the front of the driveway, didn't even say bye, walked out, got in the Uber and left. And I texted him, and I was like desperately like, I had no fucking idea what just transpired. And I'm like, dude, what? Like, I'm sorry if I like.
Wow. Avi Loeb.
That's wild. Hey, I'm new on this, but I don't know. I just want to ask a question before we start. Who is this guy, and why is he wearing a cape?
This is
Halloween. I'm done.
It's Halloween. Yeah. This is Ty Roberts of the Total Disclosure podcast. He just had on, who is the Arrow guy? Tim Roberts? Tim Phillips? Who is it? Oh, you know. You're gonna make me Google it. Yeah, Tim Phillips. So he just had on Tim Phillips from Arrow, who's the ex-director of Arrow. And apparently there's another whistleblower out there that has a very shocking UFO film, that he's going to, I guess, release after this Tim Phillips interview, because Tim Phillips is calling him a lot. I have no idea, bro. It's hard to keep up with all of it, to be honest with you. So everyone, if you're asking, who the hell is this? This is Ryan's Pointing at Failure. You don't know Ryan's Pointing at Failure? Like, I would not be here if it weren't for Ryan's Pointing at Failure.
I wouldn't go that far now.
Oh, it's true. It's true, buddy. I would have never got into X. I would have never networked with all the people I've been able to network with. None of that. You definitely have pointed me in the right direction. Been a great friend to me, bro.
You too, man. You too.
So yeah, man. Been a while since we've been able to catch up, and I'm so glad you're here, especially because I know you haven't really been sticking your neck in the UFO stuff for a while, right?
No, I kind of got I got burned out on it. Hearing the same stuff. I was in it for a lot. I guess a lot longer than most people. Probably 10 years or more. I've been like, if not longer than that, I've been like kind of peeking my head into it, trying to figure out what was going on. And
yeah,
like every day was the same, man. So
where did that come from? Like, why were you interested in the UFO topic?
Just because, I think everybody is, or I think at least all males, young men are. I don't know, because it was just something different, and everybody had a great story, and everybody, you don't want to think, I guess, that many people are lying.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I guess the news and hearing the story here, and then like a lot of the one I used to watch back in the day was Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, with Robert Stack. That guy's voice scared the shit out of me, dude, growing up. Every time I heard it, man, I just I knew something rough was coming.
I'll take you back. You remember Rescue 911?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. Yes. Rescue 911. So did you ever see anything weird in the sky?
Oh yeah. I filmed what I saw in the sky. Like I put it on. It's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I actually got a couple things that I filmed, but.
And you're near somewhere, right? If you're comfortable telling people.
Oh yeah. I'm near Redstone Arsenal.
Yeah.
Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, I'm within. I can, every time they blow stuff up, then or they do bomb ordnance stuff, then we can hear that really well. So I'm within 15 miles of it.
Yeah. Amy Eskridge used to say Huntsville was the biggest little place you never heard of, or something to that nature. Yep.
It's a nice place, man. It's actually the biggest city in Alabama now. Bigger than Birmingham.
So when you saw what you saw, what was that?
I mean, I can show you the video if you want to see the video. Would you want me to pull it up, or if you want to?
Can you share it?
Yeah, I do. I'll share it. Of course I will.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let me steal it off my YouTube real quick. So what is this? What is this guy talking? Just to go back to this right here while I'm looking for this. What's this guy right here talking about? Like, so why would
Ty Roberts?
Yeah, why would Avi Lowe be braiding him about what? What was it supposed to be the narrative of that? He didn't say what it was.
He was just being an asshole since he picked him up. He said, first off, he said he was like insulted that he picked him up instead of some driver or something. He said that he was belittling him all the way to the house. They got in the house. He said he belittled his girlfriend on top of him. Said during the drive, told him that 3-Eye Atlas was definitely natural, but that he also needed billions of dollars in funding. Right? Then they do the interview. He goes into interview Avi, which is what we've seen for weeks now. I mean, he's just been on every fucking channel in the nation talking about 3-Eye Atlas being an alien ship when everyone knows it's a comet. So yeah, and then leaves, and the guy's like, well, fuck you, I'm not even going to air the podcast. What a dick.
Yeah, here
and
it is.
I said, Avi Loeb always came off as kind of a pretentious asshole to me, so it doesn't surprise me at all.
See that. Yeah, of course, he's a hell of a physicist. I mean, he don't talk to normal people like you and I.
Right.
that's beneath him.
We're scum. We're a waste of time, dude. We're just the
Let me see-
common
let me see if I bring
folk.
this file in. Yeah, common folk. Here it is. You're gonna have to where is it? Is it in now?
It is.
There it is.
Here we go. All right, so it's playing.
Turn it up. Yeah, if you turn it up, it's got volume.
Does it?
Yeah.
Says it's turned up. Okay, let me turn off the background music.
Yeah, you can hear it because it's just I can hear the wind. I had to stop. I stopped the car and because I seen this coming in from a distance and then I got out of the car. You see it say, and then but you couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear nothing. You can hear it. You can even hear crickets. Right on. You can't hear nothing.
Right. It's silent.
You can hear me saying, "What the fuck is that?" I mean,
yeah. You're right next to that Space Force base.
I don't know if you call it. It's a Marshall Space Flight Center in the Redstone Arsenal. It's like the.
Well, you know that Amy Eskridge said that exact base is where disclosure would come from. And I know you're not super familiar with the Amy Eskridge case.
I've seen a little bit on her, but let me remove this from the stage. Or do you want to go back? If you need to go back and look at it.
I got it.
Yeah, I was going to say, but you can see that what was really weird about that is coming in, you could see the three lights. And then when it goes over me, you could see the three lights. So it's like how it, because, plane, if it was a plane, they fly like this and they do bank a little bit, I guess when they turn, but when it was coming towards, you could still see it was three lights in the same kind of the same origin, the same. But I don't think it was an alien spaceship. To be honest with you, I just think it might have been like maybe a really cool advanced drone or something that was really fast, or because it covered a lot of ground. That didn't seem like long, but it was for what it looked like. It was covering some ground.
It reminds me of like triangle craft.
Yeah.
Like that's what got me into this shit was when I was younger, very young. I saw a triangle craft basically hover right over me. I mean, not directly over me, but pretty close to directly over me. And then made a 90-degree turn going slow and then took off. So it was super. I think I'm getting some feedback on your speaker.
I think
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it accidentally changed.
There it goes.
Yeah, my mic popped out for a second. I'm sorry about that.
Gotcha. No, you're good. I just letting you know.
I need to start talking a little bit lighter, dude. I know I talk loud, and I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Am I being quiet?
No. You just have more of a you have more of a voice for talking about it. Me, I like yell about everything. I don't know why. I over explain it.
You're excited, man. Like all of us.
Excited to talk to you, dude. I've been watching you. I miss you.
It's been a minute, dude. Yeah, we haven't hung out in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So Amy Eskridge. Let me play this. So this is a little
Amy Eskridge, and I'm
thing
the
I put together on her a little while ago.
co-founder of the Institute for Exotic Science, based here in Rocket City, USA, in Huntsville, Alabama. We're a privately held, for-profit, public benefit corporation research institution with a focus on aerospace, space sciences, advanced exotic propulsion, metamaterials communications, and other types of space-related and terrestrial technology.
Huntsville, Alabama.
I can tell just by
Founded
looking
in
at her, she's a
1805.
little bit off.
The first settled community in the state.
Think so?
It nestles
Oh,
against
yeah,
the
yeah. You can
mountains in
see
the
that
heart
she's
of the beautiful
a little
Tennessee
bit
Valley. Just a few years ago,
manic. You
Huntsville
can just
was
see
a
that
quiet
the
town,
craziness.
comparable
She
to
looked like
many
she
other
hadn't
county
slept
seats
in a
in
while
the
then
South.
either.
The
She looked
1950
tired and
census
or just
recorded a population
Yeah.
of slightly more than 16,000.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, I've
The
been
economy was geared to the land.
all through here.
The sound of industry was the hum of cotton gins. But today,
Hum of
the
cotton
sound of
gins.
industry and progress in this community is the bellow of a rocket motor.
Yeah, so we have the
So,
Space
yeah.
and Rocket Center too. Really cool Space and Rocket Center.
Disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Now, Huntsville is the Silicon Valley of government national security technology.
Rockets
She looks
bring
like she's on
Huntsville
drugs.
one of the nation's major
She's
aerospace
drunk
center.
there for sure.
Yeah.
And like she doesn't make any
NASA's Marshall
like
Space
qualms
Flight
about it.
Center.
She's like, yeah, I'm drinking.
Begun with a nucleus of facilities
To me, it looked like it was a little bit more than
transferred from
drinking.
the
It
Army
looked like,
team.
I mean, she did look drunk, but
Now
it looked
home of the
like
mighty
she.
Do you think
Saturn
she's
space
under the
vehicle.
influence of some harder
Designed to
drugs?
send
Not probably
Americans on a
pills.
voyage of
I'm
discovery
thinking
to
like
the moon.
probably like a Xanax or like Valium or some Klonopin or something like that, like a benzodiazepine probably. But
Yeah.
but alcohol, like you said, definitely.
Action
Yeah.
is the essence
And
of the
alcohol
missile
enhance
program.
that stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Redstone,
for sure.
Yeah.
Things are on the
Well,
move
and if she's,
by rail.
you know, she's paranoid about getting killed and she's got people rummaging through her underwear drawer, I'd probably be on some benzos too. You know what I'm saying?
But you see, you know, when she says that, man, you gotta. Now I don't know because I wasn't there, but I would think that like maybe there's just a lot of weirdos and maybe she, you know, where she lived might have just been somebody breaking into her apartment and looking through her stuff, you know, or a maintenance
Oh,
man or
buddy.
something like that. But I don't think anybody was out to get her. That's what you could see.
If your
She's
head gets chopped off. If you stick your neck out in private,
look.
I mean,
fuck
she
you.
was-
They will burn down your house while you're
see how
sleeping
she's
in your
off.
bed,
She's
and
off.
it won't even make
She
the
moved-
news.
yeah.
That's why the institute exists.
That's why, yeah, she's.
So it's a platform of
Well, I think
credibility
she-
and public-facing persona.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I feel like if she's under the influence of anything, I don't really blame her if what she's telling us is true. You know what I'm saying?
What all was she
Um,
saying? Let's think about it. Let's just
Oh,
look at
buddy.
it from a grounded
It's-
standpoint. Let's see what like kind of pick through.
Yeah, I mean, let me see. Let me see. 1 second. I have Okay, well, first off, this is an actual DEW burn that she whoops, that was your video. Let me see. This is an actual DEW burn that she actually received while she was working on her
I've
computer.
been typing on this fucking offline computer right here. Super fucking sensitive fucking shit for the past several days. With this window right here to my right. And that window door right there to my left. And I've been, my hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing.
Like you can literally see, look at that.
Yeah, she got
See
alcohol
how
right there.
it's
Yeah.
completely red above
Look at
her
her alcohol
wrist.
she got there though, right there.
Oh, I don't care about that, dude.
I'm just telling you, like, I mean, you could say she's boozing, dude. She's once you
Maybe. I mean, if I thought I was getting to get killed, I might be like I said, I might be boozing too. Or you know, yeah, she likes to drink. Whatever. She's working on
what is she getting burned from?
crazy physics. That's the thing. That's what
Typing?
she's saying. So here, listen to this.
Because you can beam me through there and through there. And you can get a 3D image of what I'm typing.
So the computer is completely off network, right? What she's working on is super classified, right? It can't be on the network at all. So the system is completely offline. The only thing there recording the work is just the hard drive, right? So what they're doing as she's typing, they're using DEWs to essentially scan her hand and watch what she's typing. So they don't even need it to be connected to a network. So she covers up these windows and it instantly the burning
This
stops.
computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card. You can't hack it. But you can maybe get a 3D image of me typing. So like we just did that and did that as an act of
Thing is, like, if she was a full-time blogger or Instagram person, then I'd be like, yeah, this is all bullshit. No, she founded 2 aerospace companies with her father, and she works at NASA. And she doesn't just work there; like she leads programs at NASA.
But
she's posting this video because she's scared to shit, dude.
all right, but
know
do
what
you
I
think
mean?
that you don't think that there'd be easier ways of them to get the information that they want?
They have. They've drugged her at bars. They've done all kinds of shit to her, bro. They've put plants on her team. She talks about it. They've put the IC has put people that she's like, they don't even know how to do their job, but the CIA put them on my team so they can see what I'm doing. Like, they're constantly fucking with her, bro. Constantly.
Like and that's possible and all, and like I'd like to believe that, but I mean,
that's just her side. That's her side.
What I see is just a case of just like a paranoid schizophrenic, or like some kind of.
It could be, but then we have paranoid schizophrenics working at NASA.
We have many of them. There's many. I mean, they're on the police force. They're on. They hold political office. They get the presidency.
They work at schools.
Yeah, public schools everywhere. You can't beat it, dude. Scumbags are everywhere.
Well, and some of them, it's not even scumbags. It's just mentally ill. They can't help that they're mentally ill. Anyway, here let's.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
As an act of pure desperation, and guess what? I feel better immediately.
She's like, once she covered the windows.
My hands still burn because there's damage. But
I mean, you can clearly see it,
relaxed when we barricaded the shit.
I want to see your other hand.
Look at that.
And it was like,
well, she's filming with the other hand, I think.
Oh.
Like immediately, because they're hitting me through the. I'm sitting here typing on this thing.
Let me stop that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you not think that if they were beaming something through that window that caused that to her hand, it's not going to affect that computer right there? It's not going to mess up the panel of the computer.
Nah.
It's not going to mess up the window or anything like that.
No.
If
Easy.
If it interacts with skin, it's going to have to interact with that stuff.
It's just like using radiation X-ray to see. It's just like using thermal imaging. It's not microwaves. You can tune them up or tune them down. Right.
But then it wouldn't matter what she put over the window then.
It does though, because it's stopping the array, right? It's a line of sight type thing. So whatever they're using has to see.
They can go through walls with stuff though nowadays.
Microwave can do that, but you'd have to tune it up for that. Maybe they had to use something a little less powerful and more precise.
Burning her hand, then it's going to affect.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to affect other stuff like that. Because that laser I got,
possibly.
Dude, yeah, that laser I got, it'll burn your skin, but it'll also set something on fire, dude.
Yeah, and that's possible. But again, why would she do that?
It's kind of weird how it just stopped right here on her wrist, and not. You think it would kind of hit up here a little bit too, because the way
if it's concentrated on your hand, you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm not a DEW scientist. I just know like you can clearly see it's red all above the wrist, and so it's just one more thing like to add to all the other crazy shit that
what did they say happened to her? Did she kill herself? They said
yeah that she
like directed energy weapons are about harming and harassing people, but they're also sometimes surveillance mechanisms.
She was getting
you can't hack the computer because there's no.
You can talk like there's interviews with people that were with her, and she would like just go into fits of experiencing back pain or other type of random pains where it was
I do that, man. I get those kind of pains all the time.
Yeah, like Havana syndrome kind of shit. So it's just weird, man. It's just weird. And now like I've been investigating not really investigating, but just looking into the Tracy Twyman story with some buddies. And, that's another crazy one where she starts talking about crazy cults. And then the next thing you know, she commits suicide. But again, that's one where she's telling us for months and months and months, hey, I'm afraid. Hey, they're harassing me. Hey, I think they're going to do something to me. And then suicide. And there's no investigation. Amy was cremated like the next day on the weekend, bro. They don't cremate people on the weekends, especially not suicides. They cremated her that weekend, dude. Like, why?
I have to see, like I said, I'm that kind. I don't know that you don't. Are you sure that they don't do it on weekends?
I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Yeah.
I think I don't think
that it was pretty unusual because usually in a town like that, they're not going to be doing that shit on the weekends. They're not even open on the weekends. So
yeah, I mean,
there's just a lot of very strange details, and there's a lot of people that, I don't know, care about the case. Her dad is one who's saying, hey, leave it alone. She committed suicide. And I get it. You want it over. You want to go away.
Oh yeah. I could, and if she killed herself, like, if somebody did it to her, that's, it needs to be investigated, but, and if it has been, I trust kind of what they say. And I like I said, you know how I am. I'm the kind of person I try to think that the world's doing right. I want to believe that the world's doing right. I don't think that everybody's inherently bad, but
right.
But who knows?
Shit happens, right?
Yeah.
For real. But yeah, sorry to get sidetracked on Amy. We are going to cover some of the other topics, but it's one that I think it just, like, people don't talk about it enough. And then when you do talk about it, people try to shut it down, or they try to guilt you about it. And it's like, no, you should be able to talk about, whatever.
Of course, this is America. You should be able to talk about whatever we want to talk about. There should be no censorship. I mean, there's some things that, that are probably morally, wrong to talk about morally, but then again, it's just open discussion, open discussion, open discourse should never be shut down in any kind of way, unless, like, there are some people that I believe are toxic and stuff like that. And I think there's some people in this world that are just inherently just scumbags and do not need to be here. There needs to be
ain't that the truth?
If they get the death penalty, then it's not waiting 10 years, wasting taxpayer money. It's like the Chinese do it, dude. They just set you in a room and one day they come and get you, dude. They're like, you don't know. It could be a month, it could be a year. You don't know. One day they come and get you, bring you in the next room, pow, do you in.
Yeah, dude, you really don't. And that's the other thing. If you fuck with, like, a government agency, or even like let's say like a corporate entity, they can wait you out, man. They can win the long game every time.
Yeah, whoever's got money, dude, is gonna run the world. Is gonna control.
They can play that long game. They're not in a hurry.
Yeah.
For real. So okay, so we're gonna get into this age of disclosure thing now. First, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to play the very first trailer that Dan Farah released for Age of Disclosure, and you're going to notice a focus on a certain individual. And then we're going to play the new Age of Disclosure trailer that just came out a couple months ago to advertise the new release on Amazon and see what the major differences are in the trailers here. All right, so here is the initial announcement of the Age of Disclosure, and this is the first trailer everyone was super hyped about. Even I was a little excited about this one.
You were hyped about it?
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real. They're here, and they're not human. I spent 25 years as a senior official with the CIA.
I worked on highly classified UAP programs.
28 years as an astrophysicist.
I served as the 4th Director of National Intelligence.
Director of Aviation Security in the National Security Council.
A 1-star admiral after 32 years of service.
People that come forward with this, I feel like they've taken their life in their own hands.
I was recruited to a highly sensitive government program that investigated unidentified aerial phenomenon.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
So look at that thing. It's rotating. There's a whole fleet of them.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
China has established its own version of a UAP task force.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
This is similar to the Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
This is so secret. Very, very few people in our entire government have been allowed access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis, but that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not acceptable to have secret parts of government that no one ever sees.
You better be careful about a government that doesn't trust its people, because there's no telling what they'll pull on you.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
You had information being locked away that could change the trajectory for species.
It has so many beneficial impacts, including clean energy.
We should have disclosure today. We should have disclosure tomorrow. The time has come.
What else you want to know?
Okay, so you have Mr. Elizondo and probably every fourth or fifth shot. And the trailer ends. Anything else you want to know? That is the original Age of Disclosure trailer. Now, there's rumors that, well, not rumors. There's word that Elizondo's attorney, at the time it was Sheehan, had began a lawsuit against Dan Farah. Something to do with the way the deal was structured and using Elizondo's likeness and not giving him the proper credit. Something like that. Basically, he should have been paid more, was what Elizondo's attorney was saying. Yeah, so slowed up the release of the movie. And while we're waiting for the release of the film, oh, by the way, the UAP Disclosure Act fails. Then the movie gets released on Amazon for $25. You can go watch it on Amazon. Before they release it on... Yeah, before they release it on Amazon, however, they create a new trailer. So let's look at the new trailer and see if we can spot the differences here.
We've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours.
These are otherworldly things that are performing maneuvers that haven't been seen.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
This is so secret. There have been very few people in our entire government that have been allowed or provided access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis, but that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not acceptable to have secret parts of government that no one ever sees. People have been hurt protecting and hiding this information.
Some people claim it would cost them their lives if they spoke out about these things.
You had information being locked away that could change the trajectory for species.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
So that's it. Hey, King Fugazi, we got a new sub. All right, thanks, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
And he says he's seen an alien.
You've seen aliens, huh?
Wild, yeah. Hey, that's who stays up and watches this shit, right? Is people that have seen this shit, that are looking for an answer, trying to figure it out, trying to make sense of it. But yeah, so what's the biggest difference you spotted in those two trailers there?
Well, I guess that what was Elizondo not in any of the other one? Was it?
Well, that was a big one. I think he had one line in this one. Yeah. Versus most of the lines in the last one. Yeah, and it didn't even show his image. So that's a big change in focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes from him looking like the main guy to, looking like a background character. It's interesting.
I saw something with Avi Loeb today, dude. We talking about Avi Loeb. They got something.
Yeah.
Earlier. He was on a podcast, and all he was talking about was they need funding to start, looking for this stuff out in the universe, and they need, more. There needs to be a government. Government thing set up. Yeah. I was just like, oh yeah, okay. Now, and that's what it's about. It's just all about money.
Absolutely. I've covered a few of his interviews, and they're all the same. He says he has the same talking points, and yeah, every single one of them boil down to, hey, we spend trillions of dollars on all this stuff for the Pentagon, but we don't spend it on, the stars. And we just need to spend a fraction of that. And it should go to me. The billion should go to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that the government. I mean, that's just a whole topic, dude. That it got me fired up at the moment, dude. Just because the way they're handling shit, and it's that's why it's so discouraging. That's why I haven't even really been on this topic. I haven't even really been.
Yeah,
I've been writing music, dude, and doing other topics.
Absolutely, it's good for the soul.
Yeah, it is to get the soul to get out of it. It is.
It's good for the soul. So yeah, the shutdown has been a major fucking drag, right? Like the SNAP thing was nuts. They straight up told people, look, we're not going to negotiate on the SNAP, but you know what SNAP benefits are?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like your food stamps, your EBT stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So you have all these millions of Americans that rely on these things. And granted, yeah, I'm sure we all have a story of the person that doesn't deserve it, that gets them, whatever, but there's millions of people that get them that need them. And so this part of this government shutdown was the SNAP benefits. They were like, hey, you're going to have to open the government or people are going to lose their SNAP benefits. And the left and the right have been going back and forth about this. And so finally 2 federal judges stepped in and they said, all right, look, if you want to argue about the shutdown, go ahead. But we have the funding for the SNAP benefits and you're going to fund that because we are obligated to fund that. It's like, that's our own citizens you're trying to not feed. So the federal judges, yeah.
They're not going to take them away? Or
they're not, they can't take them away. It's against the law for them to take them away. So say there's a federal judge from Massachusetts and a federal judge from Rhode Island. Both stepped in and said, can't do it. So the administration has come back and said, okay, we're going to fund it, but there's going to be some delays to the funding. So it's like for these people that need these benefits, that's the last thing you want to hear, right? Is the government say the word delay. So I decided it would be a public service to cover this. This is Gina Platanino on the government food benefit programs. If you're on SNAP, you got a friend or a family member on SNAP, let's take a listen to Gina, what she has to say about how to get those benefits going now and what you can do to make sure this doesn't happen down the road, because this is a bunch of bullshit.
We're joined now to discuss government food aid is Gina Platanino. She is interim SNAP director for the Food Research and Action Center. Welcome to the program, Gina.
Thank you for having me.
So first, could you tell us about the Food Research and Action Center? What's your mission and how you guys are funded?
Yes, we're known as FRAC, and we work to improve the nutrition, the well-being, the health of individuals who are suffering from poverty-related hunger. And we do this through equitable partnerships, by working with state partners all across the country. And we're a nonprofit organization funded by grants from philanthropy and other organizations.
I want to start with the latest news, which was the rulings by a couple of judges asking the Trump administration to pay out SNAP benefits for the month of November out of contingency funds and possibly other funding. What can you tell us a little bit about that? What prompted that, and how that would work?
Yes. So to start off, we didn't need to get there. Right? FRAC and other organizations have been telling the administration, even before the shutdown happened, asking about what their plan is. USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, has contingency funds, what is that issued here, and reserves that they can utilize in order to be able to pay benefits. Benefits today should have gone on time if the secretary and the administration had acted accordingly. Last Friday, USDA sent out a memo that violated the Hatch Act because it was incredibly political, but it also said that the contingency funds that advocates like ours had been saying for weeks to be utilized for SNAP so that benefits could go out on time were only in case of an emergency, and that department lacked the authority, which is something we know is not true because they have utilized those funds to already pay some administrative expenses and had utilized the reserves to pay for other priorities of the administration.
So Gina, are you saying that they have used that during this shutdown? They have used some of those contingency funds?
Yes, they have utilized some of the contingency funds to pay the administrative cost expenses for the states. So the federal government pays 50%, the state pays 50%, but they did utilize, it's our understanding that they did utilize some of the contingency funds to pay administrative state share expenses.
So what are they saying that contingency fund is used for, or should be used for?
In the memo specifically that they cited last Friday, it said, not this Friday, 2 Fridays ago, specifically said that it was in terms of a disaster. And so about a dozen attorney generals that said, we need answers. What do you mean you can't utilize this? No response from USDA. So then they, on Tuesday, they file a lawsuit led by the Attorney General of Massachusetts, Andrea Campbell, asking that USDA utilize its authority that Congress had given them, that is in the Nutrition Act, which is what governs SNAP, and utilize those contingency funds in order to fund SNAP benefits. And you're right, there were 2 lawsuits. There was the one by the attorney generals, but there was another lawsuit also filed by national nonprofit organizations, along with municipalities and other state nonprofits, that also said, please utilize these contingency funding. And you also terminated some waivers that states were depending on, ensure that those continue onto the end. On Thursday, the hearing for the Massachusetts one, because it was filed in Massachusetts, was heard, and the judge gave an inkling. There was a lot of oral argument where the judge seemed to be asking questions as to why USDA didn't think it had utilized the authority, what it had done in the past, and said that it would issue an order on Friday, which she did. And then the Rhode Island hearing also happened on Friday. Both are similar and different in a way. Both specifically have given USDA, it captures the whole of the nation, because even though the states asked for the injunction during oral argument, the judge seemed to say that this would apply as a whole, and that's the way the SNAP program works. You can't choose and pick over states, it would apply as a whole. And so the judge seemed to say USDA has until Monday, the administration has until Monday to decide how they're going to utilize the contingency funds in order to fund SNAP. And the Rhode Island one, the one that was heard in Rhode Island, actually goes a little bit further and says that USDA should also find a way to figure out if they can utilize the reserve funding so that they can fully fund SNAP, because currently we do know that the contingency funds are not sufficient to cover the full month of SNAP benefits.
So that's what I was going to ask you, Gina, because it's about $9 billion to cover the entire month, and there's about $5 billion in reserves. So how would that work? Would it just be maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks? What do you think is going to happen with that?
Well, we've been saying this, that there is this fund called Section 32 that the Secretary of Agriculture has tapped into fund WIC, right? There is over $30 billion worth of reserves that the Secretary can easily tap into. has the authority to do so in order to offset so that full benefits will go in. So there's two things that can happen. We don't know how the administration is going to respond, but it takes a while, right? Because it's not as simple as turning on a switch. The states have to do these issuance files where they say, this is how many people are eligible. This is how much they're entitled to. They send that to something called an EBT processor vendor. There are two main ones in the US that pretty much have half and half of the states. Those EBT processors capture all of the cases and say to the Department of Agriculture, this is how much money we need in order for individuals when they swipe their card to have benefits in the card. USDA takes those numbers and says, okay, here's your letter of credit, take it over and begin. Then the EBT processors have it. And so when that person walks into an eligible participating EBT retailer and they scan their card, that money is transferred. So it's not as simple as that. If USDA says, nope, we're only going to use contingency funding, then it's going to take another level of steps, because then USDA will have to figure out how they're going to prorate, meaning how they're going to give less than the amount that people are entitled to, most likely 50%, and we'll have to do added calculations. I will flag that this process may take a little bit longer because we do not know how many people have been terminated or furloughed from USDA.
Okay, so what we're hearing is the funding's going to come, the money's going to come, and it sounds like they're going to make it come as quickly as they can from the government level, which could mean a lot, right? Like it could mean a week, it could mean a month. But I will say, trying to keep it positive, that the government does seem to be taking advantage of a lot of like the benefits of electronic transfers and funds and things like that. So hopefully that's done quickly and these folks that need these benefits get them timely. Yeah. 'Cause that's the main thing, right? It's just so it's so fucked up that it had to come to that these cats think it's okay. Like they draw the line at other people getting food benefits. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, so I promise it's true. I swear on your kids. Fuck you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all are arguing about some shit that we don't want nothing to do with. The American people don't want nothing to do with that argument. I promise. Yeah, and you're gonna put people that are like in the weakest state, like need the help the most, you're gonna put their help in jeopardy. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. All right, so let's jump to Dan Farah. So Dan Farah was the director of the Age of Disclosure. So the two previews we watched, one that heavily involved Lou and one that had one line from Lou because he got sued by Elizondo and his attorney. This is them on Bill Maher's show. They do this thing called, what is it called? Overtime. So they have their live show and then they do this extra like 10, 15 minutes where it's on YouTube only or something. So this is them on Overtime, and I guess they get audience questions, and apparently a couple interesting questions come up. So let's listen to how Dan Farah responds here.
Here are the questions from the people. I don't know what they are. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. For panel, the Waymo CEO said this week that society is ready to accept a traffic fatality caused by an autonomous car. Well, sure, he's going to say that. I mean, are we? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we accept human traffic, we're not giving up cars, and this is where cars are going.
Yeah, I think they're a lot lower, too, on the Waymos and the Tesla ones. But every time you have one, and it's a news story. But there's one every minute in the country just in general.
My wife took one of those electric cars in San Francisco, and it literally stopped right in the middle of an intersection on a red light. And then it tried to back up into oncoming traffic. Yeah, she paid and got out right at that point.
Yeah, see, man, I advocate, and I think that for some reason, I think it would be great if everybody, if they perfected the self or the automated driving, and where every tax-paying citizen family got one vehicle that shuttled them wherever they wanted to go, and you just had to tell it where to bring you. That way, it would you could put screens up in it for advertisement. You know,
kind of like a Minority Report.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's kind of like Minority Report, but I'm talking about this will fund itself through advertisers, and the advertisements inside the thing with videos and all that stuff. It'll take
or they could just not waste our taxpayer dollars and
but this will cut down on fatalities, because like he said, there's one every minute whenever people are driving, but just one every so often whenever, I guess, autonomous vehicles are not perfect.
Right. Yet. Yeah. No, the Minority Report system I am down with, because it's like it's all on one system, right? And so it's when you have, like, I never liked the idea of flying cars, because I'm like, my mom still can't parallel park. And y'all want her to fly? Are you kidding? I mean,
I think automated would be more what they're going for. I would think.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes. Yeah. Automated is the way to go.
I would not want my mom driving any kind of flying car, any kind of
right. Mom, no, you can't fly. You can't fly, Mom.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you expect viewers to be most surprised by when they see your movie?
Honestly, it's probably how bipartisan the topic really is. Leaders from both parties can't agree on anything, but they agree on this being a serious, important issue.
You agree on that?
I think it's a serious issue. Yeah, I'd love to know more about it, but we're not told anything about it.
But you've had hearings. I mean, there was a hearing a couple of years ago, and they didn't say much. And then there was a hearing recently, right? Both of them are in the movie.
Yeah.
And a lot more came out. And there's a lot more people who are on board now. Very, very serious people. I got to say, Rubio, I was never the giantest fan, but I didn't think he was a terrible guy. I feel like he is the adult in that administration. He just always looks okay to me. He looks like he's got his head screwed on. He looks like a serious guy. I can live with that guy.
Well, I think he's doing a great job, and I
didn't say that. He's doing the best he can.
At least we're talking about it, whereas before no one would admit it was even real. And I think talking about it is extremely important. And I think people deserve to know the truth about it.
Yeah.
Just like the Epstein files, it'd be nice to know the truth about that.
Rubio put his reputation on the line to get out there and get in front of this topic, even though it wasn't convenient for him, and he did it because he thinks it's in the best interest of the American people, and I think he's right.
You see, he's going to get mad at you for saying that thing about the Epstein file. But he'll still talk to you.
Oh,
right?
I love Donald Trump, but
know,
it's okay for me to disagree.
Exactly.
I have my own mind.
Right.
I represent my district. That's my job title, representative.
Right.
And, and these women, they deserve it. And every woman that's a victim of human trafficking, they deserve it.
And I mean, you're famous for, and I don't think you ever said the words Jewish space laser.
No, I never did.
But I don't trust the media ever when I hear.
I remember that. You remember that?
There's always something more to it. Now, when I hear the more to it, I still might think it's crazy. I'll be honest with you, but I don't know. So, what is the fuller version of that I don't know? What I just heard Jewish space laser, and you never said those words.
I never did.
Okay, but what were you talking about?
I made a post in 2018 on my Facebook page and talked about a very interesting new technology where they were harnessing the sun's.
Who's they?
This company.
Jews.
No.
I'm joking. God. She'll still talk to me.
You might get accused of being anti-Semite.
Hilda Rothschild, she said. Come on.
Back then, I didn't even know the Rothschilds were Jewish. I didn't know.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Before politics, I didn't know much of any of this stuff.
Right.
But I was commenting on this technology. That's all I was talking about. I never even said the word Jewish in the Facebook post.
Right. I mean, just so you know, Rothschild to a lot of people is almost synonymous with the word Jewish.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Right. Well, now we know.
That Goldstein too.
Now I know.
That's what I'm here for. To make sure the people in Congress know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. While accepting an award from Wall Street, the Wall Street Journal, Billie Eilish called on the billionaires in the room to give more of their money away. Does this
Why don't she
reflect
give
the
hers away?
generation's general attitude toward wealth? Yes, I saw her.
Well, she's only been there a little bit, so she's not a billionaire yet like Pelosi and them.
No, a billionaire is a billionaire.
I was talking about, she said Billie Eilish.
Needing that much money.
He said Billie Eilish
or
was
how you
calling
could ever
on
spend it.
people to give
However,
more money.
When you get to 995 million, no one wants to stop.
No.
And I'm not so sure she would either if she got there.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a big believer in low taxes or even no taxes. I think that would be great. So I don't think just because someone is successful.
No taxes. Who would pay your
How,
salary?
no taxes.
Who would pay her salary then?
But isn't there a
How you do
certain
no
number
taxes?
that
Yeah,
we
she's
get
an
to?
idiot.
That
was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
How do you do no taxes?
Where, you know, we went through
Yeah,
this with
she's
John
not
D.
qualified for
Rockefeller
that job,
100
then. She
years
said that
ago.
shit.
He was worth like 2% of the gross national
I mean,
product.
I'm all
and they
about
did
low
do
taxes,
something
but
about it. It was
come
like,
on now.
You just, one person can't really have that much. First of all, they don't need that much money. And it just does skew the system in ways that are not healthy. I'm not sure about $1 billion.
I'm pretty sure if you talk to people, they all want to make that much money. I mean, that's just, everyone wants to be successful.
I mean, he doesn't have that much money on hand, but it's obviously, but it's still a lot of money. I mean, look, the problem with lobbyists, you were mentioning lobbyists before, is that, I mean, Donald Trump last week pardoned a billionaire crypto guy
that's bullshit.
that was deeply involved in his own crypto operation, his family's own crypto operation, and it seems to
That
have
was
made
bullshit?
no news whatsoever.
Yep.
So since he said it made no news whatsoever, tell me about it. What happened there?
Oh, the guy that Binance, the guy who started Binance.
Finance, okay.
Yeah, he got in trouble for somehow like allowing money to flow to terrorists and some other kind of stuff like that. I don't know the exact 100% details. People can correct me whenever I'm wrong, but I know that Donald Trump had some kind of stake in this guy. Like Donald Trump ended up making money off of it, a lot of money off of it, and then he ended up couldn't get any of it done. Yeah, social media. Yeah, it was great. You're right. So, but
that's a great point, Steve.
Yeah, but anyway, he was making money off of it. And his family made money off it, and the guy all of a sudden gets yep, that's correct.
That's so Trump pardons him basically.
Yeah, Trump pardons him, and like I said, you'd have to look up his crimes. And I mean, I could look it up and see exactly what it is, but
Yeah. But so why did it strike you as bullshit? Why was that your first reaction?
just because whenever I heard about it, it was under the guise of, I watched Upper Echelon was talking about it with the YouTube channel, and it was just crooked as shit. What all he said. I mean, Donald Trump has a lot of stake invested in crypto, and then all of a sudden, and then if you watch CoffeeZilla and all that, CoffeeZilla was talking about basically crime is legal now because basically they're not anybody, the cryptocurrency and all stuff, and all the meme coins that happened, Donald Trump's, all of them got rug pulled, and they all made millions off of it. They made millions off of not the coin itself, but the
pulling the rug.
It wasn't pulling there's something in there's the the bankrolling it was the fees or some kind of the fees for doing it.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up, but yeah, something about the fees.
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, Wells Fargo and Bank of America got in trouble for fees, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Zhao Changping. Zhao Changping. Bing dong bao.
So he got in trouble because of what? Like, what did he do exactly? Do we have his crimes?
Let me read it back. This is what it says right here.
Okay.
Binance founder Chang P. Zhao in October 2025, or Donald Trump pardoned Binance founder Chang P. Zhao in October 2025 following Zhao's guilty plea to charges including money laundering. The pardon officially granted at the request of a lot of very good people. The pardon officially granted at the request of a lot of good people.
Wow, that's an actual quote.
Removes the anti-laundering money and sanctions violations from Zhao's criminal record, and was framed by the White House as a correction or perceived overreach by previous administration. Reason for pardon. The White House press secretary stated that the pardon was issued because the administration believes the prosecution was unjust and part of the previous administration's war on cryptocurrencies. Trump himself said he was told that what he did is not even a crime and that Zhao is persecuted by the Biden administration. Pardon and Trump. Okay, here, pardons and Trump's crypto interest. The pardon has drawn criticisms due to the financial ties between Binance and the Trump family's crypto company. The World Liberty Financial critics have pointed to this potential conflict of interest as the Trump family's company has benefited from Binance's support. The impact of the pardon. The full pardon could have Zhao clear his name and potentially allow Binance to expand in the United States. Yeah.
I wish I could say that surprises me, but it doesn't. We know Trump is all about crypto. He's even got like a Trump coin, right?
Yeah, but I thought I know Melania Trump, the Melania coin I know I think it got rug pulled and
Shocker.
all that. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, it's all just shady shit, dude. It's just
shady.
Remember when we first talked, dude? One of the first couple things I said to you, dude, was this whole world is full of shit, dude. Everything is a scam. Everybody's scam. It's nothing but a house of cards.
Well, there's good stuff too. You can't be that pessimistic, Ryan.
I've been.
There's some good things out there.
There's flowers,
right?
and then there's pretty women. There's women.
There you go. There's your feet in the warm sand, right? There's a breath of fresh ocean air. There's like the view from the top of a mountain. Man, there's so many wonderful things you're forgetting about, my friend.
Yeah.
Just because these screens tell us all these things are terrible doesn't necessarily make it true. But I will say I'm becoming less and less of a fan of Trump because of things like this. As soon as you started talking about the Trump pardon and the fact that he said, oh, those laws don't apply to me. It made me think of this, that the Trump administration tells Congress the war law doesn't apply to cartel strikes. So the Office of Legal Counsel told select lawmakers the executive branch is not bound by the War Powers Resolution, which requires congressional approval for any military action that exceeds 60 days. So I want you all to understand this. It's not that they're telling Congress, piss off. They're telling you, piss off. Because that's your representation in Washington. Unfortunately, as much as you may hate it, as much as it leaves a taste of shit in your mouth, those assholes in the Congress, in the Senate, and the House of Representatives, those representatives and those senators are us. They're who we voted for to represent us. And they're on the Hill. And the Trump administration is saying we're waging a war with Venezuela, and we ain't got to tell you shit.
But you know what I think too? I really don't think it doesn't matter who we put in office. It doesn't matter because it's the way it's when it was laid out, the Constitution and everything, it was laid out where everybody was equal. The presidency was equal to the other branches of of the government, right?
Okay.
But somehow all these powers got granted after.
Well, you have the three branches: executive, legislative, judicial.
Yeah, so everything was equal. And then whenever I think it was after the Revolutionary War, or Lincoln somehow was able to grant more powers to himself, or to the president.
Wartime powers.
Himself. I'm not sure exactly what they were, just some kind of war. And I know the Emancipation Proclamation was written, and basically he just was able to grant more authority, or somehow gaining more war authority, and some kind of loopholes, and it's like what do you call it? It's just a lawfare. It's like a whole bunch of lawfare. It's semantics, words, and whatever.
Well,
the person's interpretation.
Lincoln was a brilliant attorney. If you know anything about Lincoln, you know he was a fucking brilliant attorney. If anything else, you could call him the best president or worst president ever, but he was a brilliant legal mind. And you think about it, who else could have got us through that Civil War? That's what we needed. We needed someone that knew the ins and outs of law and how to put this fucking nation back together. Okay, I'm going to go back through this a little bit. Top Justice Department lawyers told lawmakers that Trump administration can continue its lethal strikes against alleged drug traffickers in Latin America and is not bound by a decade-old law requiring Congress to give approval for ongoing hostilities. T. Elliott Gazer, head of Trump administration's Office of Legal Counsel, made his remarks to a small group of lawmakers this week amid signs that the president may be planning to escalate the military campaign in that region, including potentially hitting targets within Venezuela. I can tell you, I've been covering the government shutdown for the last 2-3 weeks or so, and it comes up every single day in the news. Either we just did a boat strike, or we're talking about the boat strikes, and President Trump brings it up every single time that he wants to strike Venezuela by land. I've never seen him not say it when they're talking about Venezuela. The president needs lawmakers' approval for sustained military action under the 1973 War Powers Resolution, which was passed in the wake of the Vietnam War to prevent another drawn-out, undeclared conflict. Shit. Like the 20-year Afghanistan war? Oh, wait, they used the Patriot Act to get us into that one. That didn't require congressional approval. A 60-day... I'm sorry, I fucked up. The Afghanistan war, they did get congressional approval for. They didn't get congressional approval for the Iraq war because of the Patriot Act. A 60-day clock started ticking after the administration informed Congress on September 4th that it had conducted strikes on an alleged drug boat in Caribbean 2 days earlier. It has followed that with other strikes and has killed dozens of people. Yeah, I mean, I just reported on it. I think it was Thursday that we killed 14 people in a strike, and there was one survivor. And my question was, what do we do with that survivor? Do they end up at Guantanamo? I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We haven't declared war, but we're blowing up their boats because we say they're full of drugs. It's fucking
Well, they
crazy,
have a lot more information. I know they have a lot more information than that. I guess they're using, stuff to spy on them and see that they're loading drugs up and bringing fentanyl and stuff into the country and stuff like that. Which I don't agree with anybody bringing fentanyl and drugs into the company, but you don't need to fucking put a Hellfire missile or a fucking Tomahawk into a boat because of it. That's a little overboard. Like just something. I don't know what it is, dude. It's something.
Well, here's the thing, bro. And I'll say this to anybody that will listen. Throughout 4 different presidencies, Democratic and Republican, all of them have wanted to invade Venezuela, and all of them have said Venezuela's a bad thing. That's not typical. So that means there's some kind of deep state apparatus that, let's just say it, military Pentagon, that doesn't like Venezuela and or likes what's underneath Venezuela, which we know is a shit ton of black gold.
Is it? See, I didn't know that.
Oh, buddy. They rival Russia with the amount of oil they have under there.
Why aren't they taking advantage of it and taking it out?
They do, but they're a socialist country.
Okay, I see the problem.
Well, yeah, that's a good question to explore deeper. And we will. First, though, you saw Eric Davis in the Age of Disclosure preview, right?
Yeah.
Eric Davis, the one who described the 4 species to Representative Burleson.
I think so. I don't know. What's it called? Age of Disclosure?
The Age of Disclosure, the previews we just watched.
Yeah. What about him?
Did you see Eric Davis in them?
Did I? I don't know. I can't
He's
remember.
in it. He's in it.
I seen him in the first one.
Eric Davis. Yeah, Eric Davis is in that movie, The Age of Disclosure. And we know Eric Davis is the guy that told Representative Burleson about the 4 species, right? The mantids. Right. So we've got some exclusive footage here from Chupacabra. And if y'all don't know Chupacabra on X, if you want to know what's going on in the alien verse, y'all better hop over there and follow Chupacabra. This is an exclusive video. Eric Davis. I hope you all are prepared for this. The shorts, doggy, the shorts. Look at him.
That guy's running, dude.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good. This Chupacabra's a blessing, y'all. Like, if we didn't have Chupacabra, this would not be a thing right now. You couldn't watch Eric Davis in his Saturday dad outfit, running out of an orb. The Giants.
Wormhole Adventures of Eric Davis.
Oh man, that's some good shit. All right, so let's get to some updates here. On the shutdown, again, we're day 32 of this MFN shutdown, y'all. And those that are on SNAP benefits, those that receive SNAP benefits, which is EBT, food stamps, what have you, you're waiting. So, you know, it sucks. Like, you thought this weekend, because, you know, when you're in that situation, when you need food stamps, man, you're waiting for those food stamps, like, intently. Am I right?
Probably.
Oh, come on. Like, you've got some food stamps.
I don't. I wish I had some. I don't have none. I wish I had
You
some.
don't got?
I've had them before. I've had them a long time ago. I had some. Yeah.
You don't
I
have
was in
food
rehab.
stamps on
Yep.
me?
Yep. When I was in rehab. Just.
Okay. Let's see here. So I decided to do a balanced approach, but I'm having a problem finding my Fox News coverage of it. So unfortunately, we're going to have to start with the MSNBC news coverage of the SNAP benefits, and then I'll figure out why I can't share this other screen, and we'll watch the Fox News coverage. Here we go.
Yesterday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to distribute SNAP food aid funding out of its contingency fund. The administration planned to start to pause those benefits for many of the 42 million Americans who receive them today. The threat to aid benefits, combined with thousands of federal workers furloughed, has put immense pressure on food banks and pantries across the country to provide much-needed supplies.
We have people who are financially challenged, people with a whole lot of children, or elderly people, just hungry people, a lot of them. For the last few months, I think our numbers look like they're climbing, and new people, that have never had to come.
We're going to step up, but it's not going to be enough to make up for that $300+ per household for SNAP, for the thousands of dollars per month household lost for the federal workers. We can't make up that kind of difference. We'll help them get by, and we can really surge hard if we can do it for a little bit. But in the end,
hope you like beans.
Last week, Virginia Democratic Representative Don Beyer was among the volunteers distributing food to federal workers impacted by the shutdown at a food bank. Joining us now is Congressman Beyer. Thank you so much for joining us. What is your reaction to Trump last night and the administration saying that they need legal clarification from the courts after just receiving legal clarification that they need to disperse the contingency funds to continue SNAP?
Well, first of all, he said that the court's conflicted. They don't. They both say you should pay them.
Okay, good. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. I was a little maybe hopeful that he didn't just say, hell no, we're not going to do it, that he's looking for a way for the federal government to do that. So that's maybe optimistic. There is $6 billion already allocated, spent in the bank, ready to be used for it. So we don't have to go move money from one place to another.
Right, and he didn't ask for this clarification when it came to using contingency funds to pay military troops.
Exactly right, which is sad. It's the 42 million that you just mentioned is 16 million children and 8 million older Americans, 4 million that are on disability. It's a really hard hit on people that don't have other options.
And people that are already hit hard. When we were prepping for this show this week, I was trying to, I think we're all trying to get someone who was on SNAP, right? And what I found from folks were that they were scared to come on because they were worried about blowback. They were worried that someone from the administration would see their SNAP benefits would be cut, or they would never get their SNAP benefits. They'd be cut off from it completely. And I'm curious what you think as a member of Congress as you watch whether it is SNAP, whether it's the open enrollment for ACA coverage for a lot of people who are experiencing poverty or are using that, whether it's Head Start, this kind of fear of folks who have poverty of the state no longer helping them because of the behavior of President Trump, right? They're not making it up. They're scared. These are people who are already hurting in this country, and they're even more scared than they've been before. What does that do to
Eugene, I think that's very real. Because you've seen, sadly, this vindictiveness from Trump and the administration. Like they fire or put 2 attorneys out of justice on suspension because they mentioned a riot on January 6th. There's payback in so many different ways if you disagree with the president. You had the little clip of my putting food in those cars. So we did that. That was Friday a week ago, 350 cars. It lined up at 7:30 in the morning for thing that didn't open until 11. What was interesting was nobody got out of their cars. Nobody wanted to be on camera. They were happy to have the food in their car, but they didn't want to be on TV.
Because we've made it embarrassing for folks to get things from the federal government when the federal government probably should be making sure that people can eat or give them more money in minimum wage so that they can feed themselves and their family.
Congressman, we were talking in the 7 o'clock hour with Michael, our congressional reporter, about the potential of there being cracks. Michael Snell, the potential cracks in the resolve of Democrats, but also Republicans in terms of ending this shutdown. You're an actual member of Congress sitting here on this set. Are there cracks? Are the little talks that have been going on from the very beginning, are they picking up in urgency now that we are at November 1st when the Obamacare folks are getting the open enrollment is here and folks are finding out what their health care is going to cost, and also with this SNAP emergency?
Boy, that's a complicated question. So number one, on the House side, I think there are relatively few or very few conversations because the House Republicans have not been in town for 5 weeks.
Since mid-September.
And they're gone again next week. I'm more optimistic about this talks happening on the Senate side. I know Mark Warner, Tim Kaine, they're talking to their Republican colleagues, which gives me some hope.
Your fellow Virginians.
Yeah, and the senators are here, at least. What I'm also hearing, though, Jonathan, is that people are so afraid of the 30% plus increase in their Affordable Care Act premiums, which, by the way, will roll over to all the other health care things that you have. That so far, at least, they're saying stick with the plan. Don't back off until the Republicans will come to the table on the health care premiums. And you do see cracks there. The most obvious one is Marjorie Taylor Greene and Josh Hawley and another other ones that says, yes, we need to fix the Affordable Care Act, the subsidy problem.
And it's not just SNAP that's going to be impacted on this deadline. There are other deadlines, including Head Start, and starting today as well. More than 65,000 children are going to be at risk of losing access to Head Start. When you are talking to your constituents, what are you hearing in terms of the service, the public good that they are most worried about losing access to right now?
Well, before midnight last night, it was overwhelmingly the subsidies for health care. Today it's going to shift on SNAP benefits. And once again, the sad part, as with Head Start, it affects those people, the most vulnerable, that have the least other resources. They don't have savings.
Right.
Yeah. Really quickly, you're declining a paycheck during this shutdown. How are you? We're 32 days into this.
Yeah.
When you see Mike Johnson continuing to cancel votes and not having you guys here and forcing Democrats to keep voting no on this bill, how are you and your colleagues thinking about that?
Very frustrated.
Yeah.
He seems to only take direction from Donald Trump. I so wish that we were back, even in a shutdown. My team, they all come in 5 days a week. If we were here, we could be talking. If we're here, we could be doing all the other stuff that we should be doing. So when we do come back, we're going to be months behind in terms of the legislation the government needs.
Yeah.
Congressman Beyer, thank you so much for taking time out of your not so busy week. We're now joined by Meg Kimmel, President and CEO of the Maryland Food Bank. Hey, Meg, thanks so much for joining us today. Let's just set the table for the conversation. What are you hearing firsthand?
Well, thoughts so far on the left side coverage?
That's crazy.
Yeah?
I mean, not crazy. It's just, they're I don't know. Dude, no, I don't know what to say about it.
You're not sure how to feel about it yet. Yeah, man. It kind of seems like...
True. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all... I don't know, dude. They're all their own.
You don't know who to trust. Yeah. That's why I try to kind of do both sides. And then you usually, like, the truth is somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But let's hear what this supposed right side is saying here.
Government
or how they're
shutdown
covering
as
it,
it
at
stands
least.
right now. 31 days, 17 hours into this thing. That means we're technically in the 32nd day of the shutdown. Also, SNAP restrictions. That's something we've been discussing all week. Now Politico has this. Nearly 42 million Americans have lost their food stamp benefits. Standing by is Aaron Pellish. He's a reporter with Politico. He's been tracking this. This has been such a big talker all week, the SNAP angle to this shutdown. Everybody was talking about the beginning of November. It's November 1st. What do we need to know today?
Yeah, you're right, Austin. Everyone was looking at November 1st as this key checkpoint on when and to see if both parties are going to be able to solve this shutdown, barreling toward the longest U.S. government shutdown in history. My colleagues, Grace Yarrow and Marcia Brown, reported that story you just brought up. 42 million Americans losing their food stamp benefits today. That's 1 in 8 Americans. And there's really 2 ways that this can get solved. One is through the courts. There's a couple of federal lawsuits. 2 federal judges have ruled the administration must use emergency funds to pay for the food aid program. It's possible that the Trump administration will comply with that order. President Trump posted on social media last night that he is open to complying with that order pending the right judicial guidance. But even if that takes place, it still could take days and weeks for people to get those benefits. Obviously, we're coming up to Thanksgiving where, that's a really critical issue for people who need that food. The other way is, of course, that the government could reopen and fund that program in full. But we don't really know as of now whether or not there's any movement on this issue, despite both parties being really concerned about this lapse in benefits. And, you've heard Republicans and Democrats in Congress really concerned. You've heard Republicans, Democrats, governors and legislatures in states scrambling, trying to keep this program funded. But you're right, Austin. This was kind of a big checkpoint in terms of how close the government would be to coming to a resolution on funding the government, and we've barreled right through it, and we're kind of now at in a new frontier in terms of how this is going to get solved.
So, Aaron, yesterday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to continue to fund the SNAP program during the shutdown. It was phrased this way in the Associated Press. This is going to deliver near-term relief to roughly 42 million Americans. Help us make sense of the judge's order yesterday, if you can. Did it basically aim to avert the crisis altogether? Was it that simple? Because President Trump sent out something shortly after that ruling saying that it wasn't that simple.
That's exactly right. If you read the order, from my understanding of the order and from reading some of the reporting and from some of the lawyers who have commented on this, the order would fund temporarily the SNAP program in full for a short amount of time using emergency funding that is set aside through USDA. The president, based on what he's put out, and again, this is all kind of fresh and new, and this could change by Monday when some of these judges, and there's two cases, one of them that you mentioned, where judges are asking for updates on Monday. There's a chance that the administration could reverse its course, but based on what the president sent out, he seems temperamentally open to the idea of having a judge order the administration to fund the program. But it is a little bit different than him willingly going out of his way to fund the program. There seems to be some unwillingness to volunteer that. He seems to be indicating that he wants to be compelled by a judge to do it, which is a little bit of a tightrope that he's walking there rhetorically. But it's still kind of early days in this lawsuit, and obviously I think the big takeaway from these judicial rulings is that it's clear that there is a administration. They are trying to require the administration force their hand to fund this program that was meant to be a pivot point on shutdown negotiations. If this program does remain funded, whether compelled by a judge or voluntarily by the administration, it does take away that negotiating chip off the table for Republicans trying to pressure Democrats to come back to the table to negotiate the shutdown. It does so that it's a little bit clear what the politics of it, but the ruling, as you stated, is pretty straightforward here.
You know, I've been sounding like a broken record for the past month, saying almost every night that both sides, amid this shutdown, have been pointing fingers at one another, and there hasn't been a ton of positive information or any information to indicate that some sort of solution to fund the government is imminent. It just...
Okay, I wanted to finish my bite before I said something, but he just straight up said right there, it was a negotiation tool.
Yep.
So your food stamps, your grandma's food stamps, your cousin's food stamps, your daughter or son's food stamps was a negotiation tool for these guys, according to this report.
Yeah, I think it's always. I think it's everything's a negotiating tool to those people.
Right. Including your life and livelihood.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there
hasn't been something that we've seen materialize quite yet. Are you starting to hear of anything on Capitol Hill in the coming week that indicates, and this SNAP thing sure does seem to be putting political pressure on Congress in a way that perhaps wasn't happening earlier in the shutdown. Are there any indicators? Is there any reason for some optimism that this thing could get solved sooner rather than later?
I think if you read the fine lines and read the tea leaves, you can find optimism. Just to take you back to where this all started, you remember this, Austin, that this shutdown, Democrats were trying to force this shutdown from the very beginning around one specific issue, which is extending healthcare benefits for extending Obamacare tax subsidies that were going to lapse, and trying to force Republicans on that issue and threatening to, and ultimately shutting down the government because Republicans weren't willing to negotiate on that issue. We've clearly moved away from that issue into what for a period of time was furloughed workers and layoffs and programs expiring for a handful of weeks. And now we're in a period where we're talking about SNAP benefits and food aid expiring today. The posture from the White House and from Republicans has remained the same the entire time. We're not negotiating on specific policy issues without a clean continuing resolution first. You saw the president I think it was yesterday on social media, call for the elimination of the filibuster. My colleagues at the White House have reported that the president knows that Republicans aren't going to eliminate the filibuster over just to reopen the government. But he's trying to highlight the fact that he needs Democratic help in order to fund the government. And that's his way of doing that. But now we're at a point where it does feel like, and we mentioned this a couple of times, that November 1st, this SNAP benefit expiration was kind of a pivot point. One other pivot point we might see is Tuesday's elections. There's some big elections in various states, in Virginia and New Jersey, in California, that could determine how it will be a better a data case of how each party's voters are feeling about the current state of the country and the current the state of their political parties, respectively. If Republicans, carry New Jersey and do really strong in Virginia and have a better showing than expected in California, then you might see Democrats, be rethinking their strategy on this issue and be maybe more willing to come to the table. As of now, it doesn't necessarily seem like Democrats are taking the brunt of the responsibility or taking the brunt of the blame from voters. An ABC News Washington Post poll that came out yesterday had Republicans by, I think.
All right. So I know that these people don't speak for the party. I understand. It is just their news coverage and news source, I guess. But a very different take, right? Like from these guys, I get more the political chess, the political game, like, oh, now they're not looking at this like it's the Democrats' fault, like we wanted them to. We wanted everybody to think it was the Democrats' fault. And, this judge ordered that we have to fund the SNAP benefits, so now we can't use it as like a bargaining chip. Oh, hang on. You're muted. Go again.
Oh, I said they're criminals. They're criminals. We're all fucking criminals.
Yeah.
No world.
It's definitely a different take, right? I mean, it's one way to look at it. Now here's some craziness that just came across my desk here. Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of War, not of Defense now, had this to say about China.
China's behavior toward its neighbors and the world is a wake-up call, which it is. Shared examples of intimidation, harassment, and illegal activities occurring within your sovereign waters and across the South China Sea. Unfortunately, in the months since then, China's destabilizing actions have only decreased. You've seen it, the world has seen it, it's on videotape. Some of you have been on the active and receiving end of it. Ramming and blasting water cannons at ships and baselessly claiming that there's trespassing going on. China's provocative actions also demonstrate a lack of respect for your countries, challenging and threatening territorial sovereignty. Dialogue is important, but inside of that dialogue, we are most importantly watching actions very closely. We seek peace, we do not seek conflict.
Wow. I mean, what the fuck, dude? We don't have enough shit going on?
Nah, we need more to go on.
I mean, what is this guy? What are you talking about? Look, I know China's not like the best place ever. I get it. They do a lot of really bad shit, including like concentration camps. I mean, and religious genocide. I mean, they are actively doing that. It's not good. But like, don't we have enough to deal with right now? We need to deal with this right now. The Middle East is on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even heard anything about North Korea, which makes me worry a little bit. Why our news isn't saying anything about North Korea and all this other shit. So yeah, I don't know, buddy. What?
I don't know, dude. Like I said, I don't know, dude. So it's I think that our government's probably designed to keep shit going, to keep conflicts going, to keep money generating, to keep all this shit. War needs. There always needs to be a war because it generates money, and then there always needs to be all this other stuff, and then one person's is going to be against it, one person's going to be for it because somebody's going to be harmed off of it. You know, it's either
Right.
which side you take on it, man. It's going to bother somebody, and then you're going to look at it as a piece of shit, or you know, a good whatever. You know, and it's like it's almost like you don't even want to give your opinion on it, dude, because some people are just shitheads about it.
Well, I mean, I don't feel bad giving my opinion that almost of like a child, right? Like if you're a kid and you got bombs going off all around you,
Yeah, that'd be rough.
that doesn't make sense. And then let's say your parents die. You know, none of that. It's like you're living in hell. Hell on earth. In fact, there's a really good movie called Empire of the Sun. And it's about this kid that basically gets abandoned at the beginning of World War II and falls under a Japanese rule and ends up in like a Japanese POW camp. It's crazy.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it though.
Yeah, it's Steven Spielberg. It's a great film, but like it puts things into perspective. Like, you know, we like to believe we fight these wars for these noble causes, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like a lot of innocent people that die because of them.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah. And they'll say that. They'll say that word, cannon fodder. So speaking of war, Israel and Hamas, if you don't remember, a little while ago, it was 22 days ago, President Trump got together with a bunch of the Middle Eastern leaders that didn't include Benjamin Netanyahu and didn't include a leader from Hamas and said, we brokered a peace deal between Israel and Hamas.
We brokered a peace deal.
Yeah, everybody's behind it. We just don't have Israel or Hamas here. Now, Israel did agree to go along with it. They created a 20-point plan that needed to be followed to a T. And they said what happened was Hamas tried returning a body to them that wasn't an actual hostage. And so that morning, Netanyahu ordered strikes, and they've been carrying out strikes ever since.
Shit.
Yeah.
So there's no more. So they're not going peace.
Well, apparently during the quote unquote ceasefire, there were shots going off and people dying that entire time. But apparently they were able to keep it within the ceasefire and some loophole, you know, but they never really stopped, right? Like it's kind of been going on the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear Iran, Sudan, Iran, Venezuela, Ukraine, Greenland. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. So here's some coverage. Israel launching some strikes since this ceasefire. This is the first major strikes that have been done since the ceasefire.
As the Gaza ceasefire phrase, the battle of narratives is taking center stage, each side accusing the other of breaking the ceasefire, new militias emerging in Gaza, some suspected of secret Israeli support. Once again, Gazans are bearing the brunt as Israel launches the deadliest strikes after the ceasefire came into effect. Here's a report.
The ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, in place since 10th October 2025, is showing clear signs of fraying. On 28th October 2025, the Israel Defense Forces carried out deadliest airstrikes across Gaza since ceasefire, which Gaza health authorities say killed at least 104 Palestinians, including 46 children and 20 women.
We are truly exhausted. What crime had those children killed in the bombing committed? That child blown to pieces? That little girl who lost her face? Why must we endure all this?
Just 2 days later, on 30th October 2025, the militant group Hamas handed over 2 bodies of Israeli hostages, a move intended to signal continued commitment to the truce, even as the violence continued. And in between the explosions and the diplomatic statements, there is a war of narratives. Both Israel and Hamas accuse each other of breaking the ceasefire. Israel says its strikes came after attacks from inside Gaza killed an Israeli soldier and threatened its troops. Says Israel is using minor incidents as pretext for renewed military pressure, that the truce was being tested from day one.
If Hamas continues to blatantly violate the ceasefire, it will experience powerful strikes as it did the day before yesterday and yesterday.
In addition to the main conflict, a new dynamic is emerging. Smaller clans and militias in Gaza are challenging Hamas control, some allegedly with support or backing from Israel. For instance, the clan led by Yasser Abu Shabab, based in Rafah, is reported to have recruited hundreds of fighters and operates in areas still partially under Israeli control. For civilians in Gaza, this means they are caught in an increasingly complex web between Israel and Hamas, between Hamas and rival clans, and between a pause in war and a return to air raids and shelling. These rural shelters and urban ruins are no longer just temporary, they are part of the new normal. The stakes are monumental. If this ceasefire collapses, it could trigger a full-scale resumption of conflict with widely amplified civilian deaths, mass displacement, and regional spillover that the diplomats are already fretting about.
For 2 years, Gaza civil defense crews lived on adrenaline and ash, rushing to fires, digging through rubble, pulling out the wounded and the dead while bombs fell around them. During the war, Gaza Civil Defense Force worked the equivalent of more than 60 years of labor. Many worked days without sleep. Some never went home. Today, they're not rushing to alarms. They are preparing equipment, catching their breath, and confronting the emotions they never had time to process.
Living through this genocide, everyone just wanted to survive. But my colleague and I just wish that if we make it, we do not lose our minds over the scenes we have witnessed and what we have gone through.
For most people, a ceasefire means peace. For these men, it means silence. A silence many here are still learning to live with after 2 relentless years of horror. Scenes like these live in their minds, even in the quiet.
After losing so many colleagues and friends, we started to realize what had happened to us. There are no houses left for us. We get no rest. We miss the feeling of being safe. However, we will continue to live our lives hopefully. The past 2 weeks, I felt like I was getting to know my family again.
For these crews, the ceasefire is not the end of the story. It's the first pause in a chapter written in smoke and grief. A moment to heal, if time allows it.
We thought that once the ceasefire agreement was reached, our teams would have some sort of rest, but it didn't go as expected. We started receiving calls continuously from residents returning to their homes to pull out bodies from beneath the rubble in the areas that were destroyed. We were getting thousands of calls daily.
Some dream only of rest. Others hope to rebuild destroyed fire stations. Many simply want to go home to their children without hearing sirens again. For Gaza Civil Defense Force, the ceasefire is not peace. It's a breath between storms and a chance to gather strength to whatever comes next. Hani Mahmoud, Al Jazeera from Gaza City, Palestine.
Don't miss out and get.
Ay, buddy.
It's fucked up. Whole thing.
I mean, and what's crazy is it is so terrible and it is so tragic. But there's a part of me that's like, but we have school shootings and we have a mental health crisis and we have a drug problem and we have overpopulated prisons. Like, this is all stuff in our border, in our country, that's been an issue for how long, man? Like,
long time.
A long motherfucking time.
Yeah.
Like, school shootings? Are you kidding me? When did Columbine happen? When did Kinkle happen? That kid in Oregon?
90. I know the Columbine was 90 something.
Yeah, we're coming up on 30 years of these kids going into schools and shooting them up and no solution. None.
It's just getting worse.
What's crazy, there's not even like a proposed solution.
Because they don't want to fix it, I don't think. They want it to keep causing problems. They want to keep civil unrest. They want.
Well, when you say they, who do you mean?
Just somebody. I don't know who's running the narrative, but just somebody is. You know.
I mean, what's
George
the
Soros?
Point?
They said was one of them. Then apparently some other people. I don't know. Just somebody's pulling strings somewhere. I mean.
Is it population control? Is that
no? It could be, but I don't think we're overpopulated. I don't think.
Then what are they? What would be the just control?
Yeah, to gain more control, for the government to gain more control over more mass cameras around everywhere, like what do you call that? Mass censorship, or not mass censorship, but mass surveillance.
Surveillance state.
Yeah, basically a surveillance state,
like a 1984 situation.
Exactly. I would think that would be, but I mean, it's possible.
See, and I always felt like I've always felt that the rich elites, I mean, we're talking the very top 1%. I always felt like they won a long time ago. And everything's already set up.
Yeah, it is.
How they, you know what I mean? Like, we're all voluntary slaves. We commit ourselves to this system and buy into it, and we do get good things out of it, right? Like, I can raise my kids and not be in a war zone, for one. So there are.
Yeah, but we're paying. What's the price we pay for it? Like
there's war zones in other parts of the world.
Yeah, we send others to go fight. Our wars.
Right.
Or we have other people fight our wars.
Right.
Proxy wars and shit.
And Zelensky, he had the balls to tell Trump to his face, like, you all have an ocean between you and these people, wait until they're at your front door. It's a different story then. Crazy.
Yeah.
So Ron here says the King of England wants to destroy Canada. You heard anything like that?
I didn't know that. Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
You might be onto something, though.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I mean, that's the thing. That gets back to what I was saying. Like, these super elite, powerful people, like, they go back generations, man. You know, this is a different kind of control and power. This is like the Aldous Huxley kind of control and power that we're talking about.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's too much for me to handle.
What were you talking about? Yeah, let's get to a lighter subject. What were you talking about? There was a fight going on you're interested in?
Oh no! Well, it's well, it's not really much of. They're supposed to box, but it's really more of the alpha male universe. It's the Ali Soba and Ben King Azule, which Ben King Azule is a
alpha males.
Yeah, well, there's and Wes Watson's one of them.
Right.
Yeah, and then Wes Watson and King, but King Azule and then Ali Soba is they're supposed to fight in supposed to fight in Dubois in a boxing match, but this dude's a complete I've made some videos about him. He's a complete scumbag. Yeah,
really?
Ali Soba and the Ben Azule guy is, but I'm wanting to get on this guy's. Trying to get an interview with this Ali Soba guy, but he hadn't agreed to it or anything yet. I know he's read my messages.
So you tie that the alpha males right to the fighters.
Well, no. Really, what it is, they call it the alpha male grift. It's the alpha male universe. They call it the alpha male universe, but it's just really just these grifters, and they're all like most of them are scumbags. Like this Ben Azule guy, he's has a sexual crime with some underage girls, and like he's a scumbag, but he's supposed to be, but he's like one of the most hated people on the internet right now. If you look him up, he's a scumbag, dude. Straight.
Who is this?
His name is I'm gonna pull up the video and I'll play it here in a second. His name is this one right here is Ben Azule is his name, but yeah, he's a complete Ben Azule. Yeah, Azule.
So
Azule.
Enlighten us. We were just talking about UAPs and Gaza and
he's
the government
Muslim too. It's
shutdown.
Muslim. It's supposed to be.
Enlighten us about these guys.
They're billing it as Israel, and one of them's Ben Azule is Jewish, and then the Ali Soba is Muslim. So it's like I made a couple thumbnails for some videos. One of them was called the mosque was it mosque the mosques mosque ball what was that? Melee, the mosque melee. Too
many bong hits.
Yeah. Plus, I got some pretty good. I got one right here. I'll show you. That's this will fill you in on the whole who this
yeah. Because I know my audience is going, "What the fuck we were just talking about?" That's all right though. I gotta. You know what's cool is that the people that watch my shit, they're chill as fuck, man. They're down for whatever as long as it's interesting.
Oh, guys, you're gonna want to. You guys are gonna want to see this. This guy's just a fucking scumbag.
Here, let me switch it back.
This is a video I made about him right here. Let me share it. I'll present it right now.
All right.
Video 5. Let me see here. Here it goes.
Yeah, I know the alpha male thing has been something that has gotten a lot of attention lately. There was that one guy, Tate. What's his name? Tate?
Andrew Tate. Yeah,
Andrew Tate. He's the one that I think
CEO of Biscuits Boxing now.
He's a CEO of a boxing company.
Yeah, he just replaced KSI.
Wow. Well, good for him. I mean, that's awesome.
Is it loading up right now, or is it playing? Or
here, let me get it on here.
That are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars betting on a fight.
Looks like an old friend of mine.
Real. Now that upsets me a lot. You see, I'm not really worried about Mike Tyson. What I'm not happy about is Jake Paul.
King Azule, the internet punching bag and moron in the alpha male community. Guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe, and let's listen to what King Azule has to say.
But something that you guys need to understand, that fight was 100% fake. That fight was not real. And how do I know it's not real? Because the fight that they offered me, I was not allowed to win. I wasn't allowed to go in there and beat the heck out of his ass. I couldn't get in there and give him a knockout.
Nobody believes that. Who uses that kind of language? He was going to get in there and give him a knockout and beat the heck out of his ass. This guy is the worst influencer, if you want to call him that, in the fun world. This gets much better.
I'm the Israeli king. He's Jake Joke Paul. That would be awesome for all of us to just have a great time. Get in there, pillow fight, pretend we know
Oh, wow. Did you just catch that? I think that's what we call a Freudian slip.
Get in there, pillow fight, pretend we know how.
He's fixing to say pretend we know how to fight or pretend we know how to box because this guy cannot fight. Listen to what he says right here. This is completely insane, this part. Tell me what you guys think of this.
They want that. So then I get a call from my buddy who works with Jake and goes, listen, I got Jake on the line right now. I need to know a few things about you. Do you know how to fight? What's your experience in fighting? Told him my experience. Asked me what weight class can I come in? I told him I'll come in anywhere from 170 to 220, no problem.
I've officially heard it all now. This guy is 5'5". He probably weighs about 190, 200 pounds. And he's sitting here saying that he can fight anywhere from 170 to 220. No. Some fighters do cut a lot of weight. I don't know if it's ever that much, but this guy definitely is. He's on steroids and tren and all that other shit. If you think that was delusional, listen to this bullshit right here.
He goes, wow, that's amazing. You can fluctuate like this. I said, yeah, I can fluctuate. Matter of fact, I'll come in at 170 and he could come in at 250 if he wants. It's not a problem for me to fight somebody who is bigger, who might be taller, whatever it is, I don't care. I fought guys that were 7 foot tall and I fought guys that were almost 400 pounds. I fought 10 guys at the same time and beat their ass.
No, you didn't.
And I fought 40 guys and I got jumped by them and I was 13 years old. It did not matter how many people it was.
There's a less than 0% chance that he can beat 10 guys. There's a less than 0% chance that he can beat 3 guys. Maybe he can beat them off. Nobody even knows who this asshole is. This guy is a guy who likes to beat on women and take advantage of women. Yeah, he thinks he's an influencer and thinks that he's God's gift to women and the world alike. Here's just a few of the stupid-ass things this guy has said and done.
You and Tate in the ring.
I'd love to.
Octagon or ring.
I'd love to.
Yeah?
I would love to.
Maybe we could set it up.
I would break his head in half. I'm not kidding. He's a trained fighter. I'm a trained killer. Two different things. We're going to do an MMA fight, which I've done many times. We could do a boxing fight if you want, which I call a pillow fight. The average Jew has 160 IQ. Well, I worked in counterterrorism for over a decade. I'm telling you.
Why am I going to believe you?
Because I was not. See a group of guys, go up to one of the guys, smack him in the head. The other boys go, hey, bro, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? Relax. We'll call the police. What do you mean relax? Everybody gets beat up. Everybody gets knocked out. Everybody's going to sleep. Once everybody's asleep, then I ask what happened.
Called invisible units. I'm not doubting you. I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I don't care.
But if I were to question it, I would say, well, wait a minute. At 17, you were homeless. At 18, 19, you were cleaning carpets. Then you got into telemarketing. Then you went, then you started doing real estate. And you started investing here and there. And that was only 10 years ago. So when was the counterterrorism?
Okay, obviously Brad is listening to this and knows this is total bullshit, right? But he brings up a good point. The timeline, old Ben Azuli's timeline, right? He's actually 34 years old in this clip. He claims for over a decade he was doing secret counterterrorism. That would have put him back at 24 or younger for him to have started this. I'll explain a little bit about this, why this timeline doesn't make any sense, right? First of all, if you're going to get into a unit like Army Special Forces or
He was doing counterterrorism, he said?
He was, and he's lying. He's a liar, dude. That guy is lying. He's
Okay, so this guy's gonna
athlete. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, this guy here's
Okay.
a Green Beret. That's American
Okay.
Thor. He's a
Okay.
he's a bit well-known influencer, but yeah,
right on.
Yeah, they torch his ass.
Delta
It's almost
Force
over right here.
ISA or the CIA paramilitary, you don't walk in the door and immediately become that. You have to go to a selection process. Long qualification courses. The Green Beret qualification course is 2 years long. You're still just a brand new guy. Nobody's going to put you on any type of elite unit. You talk about getting into the real elite units. Usually guys spend 2, 3, 4 years as a Green Beret before they even move up into those units, right? So, and he was supposedly homeless at 18, and then he was doing real estate and building mansions in New York at 23, 24. The timeline's a little suspicious.
How big you are, you can be 50 feet tall. If I'm going to kick you with my shin to your leg or to your face, you're going bye-bye, bye-bye, just like that.
That is all I could take of this cringe-worthy scumbag. I want to thank John Bravo. Clip
He's the main one that
they're leading the charge against this dude.
These two torch his ass every day,
channel,
dude.
Guys. If you would, check
I
out
mean,
this
it's
video
good,
right here.
dude. I
it hadn't been seen by anybody, but it's about
our video.
UAP.
I said, go watch our video. It ain't been seen by anybody, but go watch it.
Where your tax money's going and why exactly this scam is being.
So that's that. Yeah. So anyway, like I've been kind of doing little videos here and there of that guy and other ones. I've been doing a lot of drum covers and stuff. I've done some Collective Soul and
So what is it about these guys? I mean, why do you think so many of them are gaining traction?
Because what they're doing is the reason the grift that they're doing is they're selling coaching to you to how to coach people to coach. It's a pyramid scheme, dude. It's just like it's like the home healthcare shit, dude. You know, like you get this follower,
they would do this in real estate too.
Yeah, to get 5 followers, it's that kind of. But they're all they just give you. Wes Watson's another one of the worst ones, dude. Wes Watson's the biggest piece of shit there is, dude. But yeah, they're. I'm sorry, Scott. I shouldn't be cussing as much, but
no, dude, I cuss all the time.
Right,
the more cussing, the better.
Oh hell yeah! All right, cool.
So, okay.
They're just
what are they? I mean, they're getting
Elon,
followers. They're gaining traction.
No.
So
they're not.
what is that?
They're gaining bot. They got bots, dude. Well, let's go look at their. Can you not bring up your? Can I not present like one of my screens here?
You should be able to. Just go to present.
Let me see. How do I take this one off the screen share? Okay, here it is.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Hold on. Yeah.
Here, I'll switch.
Okay, so yeah, so I got the YouTube. Well, I was wanting to put it on YouTube.
So what do you think? Okay, I got this. See this logo up here?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm in here now.
You see my logo?
How do I present it? I got to put it up, I guess. Huh?
You see my logo up there?
Yeah. Let me remove
Do you
that
like
from
that
the
one?
there.
This one?
This
or
one up.
this one?
Which one? Logo?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah. I like.
Do you
Yeah,
like
that's
this
great.
one, or this one?
That one's cool too. I like that. Go back to the one before that. I like that one.
Okay.
That one's
Yeah,
cool
I just
too, but
made this
I like
one.
the other one. Had your name. You see it. Yeah, that's cool though. That's I like the.
Cool.
It's simple. It's simple and it's but it's pretty powerful. Let's go to this guy's. So here's the kind of stuff we're gonna get with Van King. His content's just it's wretched, dude. I mean, and he just lies. Everything he said and he says is just a lie. It's just a scumbag.
So when you
look at his freaking
So when you say like they're buying, they're doing that thing that YouTube tells you not to do, and they're buying followers or whatever.
Yeah, they're buying. Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, you could tell by the comments in the thing. Yeah,
because I'll get that
Is
stuff
it pulled up in your thing yet? I don't see it.
There we go. Because I'll get that stuff like on my
goes.
Facebook feed. It'll be like, oh, for so much money, you can have so many followers and interactions. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not like, why would you? Those aren't going to be people that are going to come back and watch your stuff. So why even? I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. So here's All right. So here's a Bubba video that he explains it pretty well with this guy. Y'all see half this guy's shit though. It's and this guy, he won't strike us or nothing.
Imagine this. I'm King Azulai. I wake up in the morning. 90% of the universe hates me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
They don't want to see me successful. They think that this is success, but this is not success. Success I've already done. Like, that was before social media. But I believe that God gives you success and helps you make a lot of money so you could have more time to help others.
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. Let's get a Bubba army in the chat. Well, guys, the AMU, the Alpha Male Universe, is always going crazy. And a superstar in AMU is Princess Azuli. Now, that's not a good thing. I just want to preface that. Being a superstar in this shit show, in this crazy carnival, that's not a good thing. And this chinless bitch lame has tried to go into the venture of Twitch streaming. I will repeat, Twitch streaming. Yes, he's trying to be the next Asmongold, the next XQC, and he's only getting like less than 500 views at the time of this video. Yeah, 500 views, 500,000 subscribers. Something isn't making sense, so be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so we can show how strong the Bubba army is. This one's gonna be crazy. He's got a lot of crazy shit he's gonna say. I'm probably gonna split the video up into part 2, part 3, because I know people can only tolerate so much bullshit that this big-headed lame has to say. Okay, so let's get in the flow, stay together, let's get bubbly with it, and let's get this show on the road.
Physical appearance is so important because once other men respect you, women want men that are respected by other men. So I knew that with the right physical appearance and being shredded,
physical
and being
appearance,
of a good size, good.
So another man looks at you,
that I will dominate.
I guess he said a woman.
And that allows me to get
you're gonna really
women
trigger
so
by here what he
easily.
says here in a minute, dude.
And I kind of miss being poor because when I was poor, I wouldn't pick her up with a Rolls Royce.
So see, you know what I'm talking about.
I would tell her that my car was impounded when I was fucking like 13 years old. Like, well,
13?
you know, my license got suspended and my car got impounded, and they would come pick me up from my house, from my parents' house. And when I bring them up into my house in the middle of the night, and the girl is like fucking 28, 29 years old, and she's coming to see me, and I'm like 13, 14. I'm like, shh, my roommates are sleeping. Please don't make noise. And that was my parents in the other bedroom. But because I was big, because I worked out, because my mind thought like a mature man, it was so funny because these girls would believe that I'm like 25, 26 years old and I was 13. And that's also when I met Devin, by the way. I met him when I was like 12 or 13. And we did capoeira together. You know, if you guys know capoeira. So
yeah, it's bullshit.
For me, physical appearance was always...
It's always some ridiculous nonsense when it comes to storytelling time by Princess Azuli. But I wanted to first comment about what was heard at the end of this clip. And it's that Devin is confirmed to be a child.
I just want to clarify. I realize there's an audience. When I say it's bullshit, it's not bullshit. Okay? It's a bullshit way to fight. Like if you got into a UFC ring and started trying to do capoeira, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. Like it is not. It's a dance. It's an art form. Yes, there's some fighting-esque moves in there and some throws in there, but it's not. You will never see on UFC where they're like Mike Johnson from Brazil, capoeira expert. Like no.
Not gonna happen.
Okay. Anyway, I digress.
I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'm hit play. I'm gonna go grab.
You're
a drink.
good, buddy.
Right
You're good. Yeah, you've seen
childhood friend of Azuli, and I was saying, suppose this lame that you're seeing on one that runs everything behind the scenes, that Azuli is his bitch, right? That he is his lame. And yeah, so it's confirmed that these guys are childhood friends. I don't even know what it is that they did together. I don't even know what that was that Azuli said. I tried looking that up. I don't know how to spell it. I don't even know what it is, right? So maybe someone in the comment sections can elaborate or explain. But yeah, so Devin is glazing, he's slobbing, he's globbing with these stories. He's eating this shit up. I mean, he does look very pathetic. He is a very pathetic looking man. So I don't know, maybe he's just into that, right? But let's comment about the actual stories that were told, right? I mean, I'm not going to believe that this is true because with this guy, Azuli, you can't even believe anything that he says, right? But if true, right, and it's a massive if, like, isn't this like all creepy? Like that's pretty like foul to be tricking people. Like I don't like, he thinks that like that makes him look cool, like that makes him look good, but if you really think about it, it doesn't. It's weird. It's very strange, all of it, right? Yeah, like this is not the W that I think Azuli thinks it is. I think it makes him even creepier. I mean, hey, comment down below, right? This is always a discussion in the Bubba community, right? Maybe you're a new viewer. We're always discussing things. Like engagement is very high on this channel. We are always talking. There's a Bubba Discord, right? But yeah, I think it's weird. I genuinely think it's weird. And that's assuming the story is even true. So let's continue on because the nonsense gets more ridiculous as always.
From other men that brought me women very easily. When I used to go to Vegas to the pool parties, all I had to do was show my room key. And a girl would literally come up to me and would go upstairs and we would fuck. That easy. And she was hot. There's no fat chicks.
Bruh.
I guarantee you, I've never been with a fat chick. Ever. I've never been that guy that's like, oh, man, I need it so bad. I'll have to just go with the fat chick. No. 100%. All of them were white. All of them were fit. All of them were sexy. All of them looked good. And when I was 13, 14, all of them were older than me. All of them. So I was always hanging out with older women. Even my last girlfriend before my wife that I was with.
What's up with the random tortas like taking some strays from Azuli? I mean, hey, at least they're safe from him. I wouldn't want Azuli around any women at the end of the day. But I always like break down these videos with Mrs. Bubba before they go live, right? I watch every clip. I'm like, hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that, right? And did anybody notice that Azuli made it like a big deal that the only women that he hooks up with are white? Now, at the end of the day, maybe this is not a big deal, right? Maybe this is nothing to talk about, right? But it's always a discussion here in the Bubba community. And I feel like it's just kind of like weird to emphasize like someone's race, like, oh, the only women I hook up with are white. The only women I hook up with are black. Like women are women. I don't know why he's making it like a race thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it is. I'll like to hear your guys' feedback about that, right? But this is not the flex that Azuli thinks it is. He tries to say that he's partying in Las Vegas, that he's with all these women, he's bringing them to the hotel, and he's doing all of this while not being actually a man, right? Being underage. And it's just not the flex it is. It's just creepy. At the end of the day, it's just weird. None of this is cool. The story's probably a lie, but you look corny, you look weird, you just look like more of a fool. But the story gets even stranger. There's even a bigger twist at the end because now Azuli is beefing with Wes Watson. Yeah, you heard that right. Azuli's now beefing with Wes Watson.
Still on?
Yeah, they actually asked if you would consider having Wes Watson as an opponent in the ring.
Yeah, why not? Of course. That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, I don't even want to get paid for that one.
So who do you think would win between Ollie and Wes Watts? Like, who do you think would be a tougher competitor for you? And said another way, if those two fought, who would win between those two?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Is he really saying,
Listen,
like, if I
Ali's no
fought
pussy.
Ali?
I'll tell you that.
No, he's talking about
As
Ali
much as, you know,
Soba. He's talking about the guy that I was talking about. He runs some car washes. He was the guy that was the Muslim guy when they was talking about all Jews have 160 IQ and all this, and the other guy was Ali Soba. And,
Wouldn't that be a compliment? 160 IQ?
Yeah, this guy's Jewish right here. The one we see now. Ali Soba is not Jewish. Ali Soba didn't say that. He said that to Ali Soba. Ali Soba's Muslim.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they're supposed to fight in Dubai. And,
so they're just talking, they're just hyping up the fight, basically. Just talking mad shit about each other.
Let me show you Ali Soba real quick. Yeah, see, it's these two. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but it's these two. But
no, you're
I
good.
didn't like nobody liked Ali Soba at first. Backing him now. Yeah, but I mean, I'll play a second of this. But these.
I'll have to share after this. You're getting a little laggy when you're sharing.
Copyright us, but we're just gonna take a couple. We're just gonna watch a minute or two.
Don't give me copy. I cannot get a strike.
This is that sit down they had.
It has come to our attention that a serious and disturbing case involving Benazule became public after his appearance on our podcast. The case, dating back to 2008, involves allegations of sexual assault against a minor. We were complete with this information prior to recording with him. Let us be clear, the Wise Nuts podcast does not condone, excuse, behavior, past or present. We expect honesty and transparency from every guest who comes on our platform, especially from someone who chose to speak publicly about manhood, marriage, and personal values, all while withholding such a critical part of his history. We call on Benazule to publicly address this matter, take accountability, and provide an explanation. Our platform is built on truth, integrity, and respect for our audience, and we remain committed to being transparent in situations
Came on and
like
lied
this.
more.
Yeah, he said his side of the story, which is a fucking huge lie. There's a lawyer, another lawyer that has the whole case, reads it off, called Dumb Down Law. This guy thinks he's the shit. I'll tell you what, he thinks he's the king. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I understand that you don't like it when I speak about Islam.
I'll tell you personally right now, I
That's
don't
how he's
know
spoken.
who you are. No, I think
Then
you
you're
just
wrong.
have a bad view about Muslims.
No,
Someone needs to
no,
enlighten you,
God
that's all.
forbid, because I have a lot of Muslim friends.
You said about Prophet Muhammad that, the foundation of Islam.
The foundation, because of
It's
the
not true,
things
but
that
the foundation-
happen.
Come on, this is getting
How?
stupid, bro. Where's this going with? What are you talking about?
No, but
Prophet
you
Muhammad,
asked
let
me.
me tell you. Here, I'm a Muslim.
Very
They put
quickly.
him there. They told him,
I'm
go over
explaining
there.
to you
One
that
second, guys. One
innocent
second.
people killed thousands of Jews.
Why
They
didn't
killed one family and married the wife in the same day.
And don't tell me right now you're a perfect Jew.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for taking time out of your
anyway,
Monday to be.
I don't want to play more of that because I don't want them to
Yeah,
strike
then,
or anything,
yeah.
but-
I cannot get a strike, buddy.
Yeah, but so like that. But Ali's.
Yeah,
Ali,
I mean, so
Ollie's,
they're playing
his-
this up
his-
like it's Muslim versus Jew. That's what they're
Kinda,
that's what they're
sorta, yeah,
banking
but-
on.
but
They're
let me
selling
show
their
you-
tickets
I'm just
that
gonna show
way.
you. Ali does a lot of shorts, man, and I'm just gonna show you like one or two of his shorts. They're
Here,
really
put
cheesy
the
as shit.
put the link in our chat and I'll share it because when you share, you get laggy.
The what?
Did you hear me? Put the link in our chat here and I'll share it because when you share, you get
All right,
laggy.
I'll have to. Yeah, here.
Here, I'm gonna move.
Yeah, what'd you say?
When you share your stuff, you get hella laggy. So send me the link in the
Okay,
chat
all right,
and
all right,
I'll
all right.
share it.
Here you go.
You have to remove your little sharing deal there. I think it's slowing you
Let me
down.
pull up one here.
You're on that Kroger internet.
Okay. No, I got
You
good
didn't
internet,
even
dude.
catch
It's just,
that.
it's I had a couple things running on this.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
what'd you
that'll
say,
slow you
Kroger
down
internet?
too. I said you're on that Kroger internet.
Oh. Let me see.
I
Where's the
play.
link at?
I know upload speed. They limit that. They do. They limit the bandwidth on upload. I was having
All
that
right, here's
conversation earlier.
there's the thing right there.
Okay. All right. So turn off your screen share.
All right, let me turn it off. Where is it? There it is. Here. All right.
Okay. And then I can share this guy.
This is just a couple. He makes shorts. They're really cheesy, you know. But like, I just want you to see it. It's always got this eagle at the end of it. It's like, it sounds
Now
crazy.
this is the
This is Ali
Muslim
Soma.
guy or the Jewish
Muslim
guy?
guy. The Muslim guy, the
Okay.
one I'm rooting for. It's kind of a dude.
Sick eagle.
Yeah, like, but if you go through, there's other ways he talks and stuff. But he just says some. He's just kind of.
But when you said that, it made me think like he's kind of a douche. It made me think like, you know, if you're in shape, successful, good looking, and have confidence, all you have to do is walk, and people are going to call you a douche.
Yeah,
Isn't that wild?
It's really more of how this guy's kind of like that cheesy Persian, you know, like, hey, you come in.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like,
take it beyond him though, like just in general. When
Yeah,
you
oh,
see
yeah,
someone
100%.
walk around with a bunch of confidence, that's usually the first thing that crosses your mind, unless they're famous. If they're famous, you're like, oh, they're, you know, Justin Bieber or whatever. And they're not famous, you're like, who the fuck's this guy think he is? Just the greatest thing since sliced bread or what? And really, it's just someone kind of walking around with confidence. That I wonder if that's why these alpha male types are getting so much traction, is because they're telling young men like, hey, dude, be yourself, be confident in who you are, because you're fine just the way you are. I will tell you, like, one of the greatest things I took away from when I went through basic training in the Army was that confidence. Like, just confidence in me. Like, no matter what the situation is, I got it. It's fine. A lot of men these days, a lot of young men in particular, don't have that.
Yeah. Oh, you're correct.
They just don't. Right. They just don't have it. And so they're looking for it. And unfortunately, a lot of them are finding these cats.
Yeah. Like Wes Watson will just take your money, dude. He like for like a 12-month course just to talk to him like once a week and get a like workout plan from him and all that stuff. It was like $40,000 or $50,000. It was something stupid. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like Tony Robbins. That's like Tony Robbins money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, at least you leave Tony Robbins with something you can apply to your life.
Better. Yeah. With Wes Watson will just screw you over, dude. And they do some videos on him that some of the shit he does. He's
are they? Do you have any idea what they're trying to teach these guys in these classes?
How to coach other men to be men.
But they're trying to learn how to be men.
How to work out, like get girls, get the hoes, get Bugattis, get all the bitches, get that.
Well, how do they tell them they do that? Start classes?
Yeah, sell programs to other people online.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
But they're saying they're alpha males.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's how they. I guess the alpha male, the AMU. I don't know if that's not their moniker. That's what they go by, but that's what it's the niche would be the alpha male universe. And there's like John Bravo is the best one to watch, dude. Like John Bravo. If you watch John Bravo films,
Is he an alpha male or he makes fun of them?
He kind of is, but he's not he just calls these guys out. If you watch the video, like I don't think he would strike us if we watched the video. I think we just gotta give him a shout out.
Let's not even.
No, I
risk
mean like
it.
he tells you.
But I believe you.
Yeah, he tells you that if you do it, he's really good.
But
videos are like good.
Tell me, what are your thoughts? Like, how old are you now?
Me,
Roughly.
I just turned 45.
45. Grown ass man. What are these kids looking for in these guys?
They're actually, they don't, what kids don't know what they want, right? They want what they see, that everybody else is having fun and laughing. They want to do what they're doing. They want, oh, that guy's got a pretty girl. He's got a Bugatti. How do you do that, man? And these guys are able to sell them that dream, dude. And it's manipulation, I guess. But I mean, isn't everything else manipulation? I guess it's target. I don't know.
Well, I think there's a difference between clever marketing and manipulation for sure. I look at manipulation almost like it has a negative connotation, right? Like you're trying to manipulate somebody into doing something you want them to do that they might not normally want to do.
Yeah, and like the other word, persuade.
Persuasion.
What's the difference between persuade and manipulate? Is there a difference?
Again, I just look at manipulate as it has a negative connotation, right?
Yeah.
Persuasion and marketing is almost like convincing, right? You're trying to convince someone. Manipulating, you're trying to aim them there whether they know it or not. Right? So when you show somebody a Coca-Cola commercial, they might go, "Oh, damn, I really want a Coke." But if you tell someone you're giving them a Pepsi but put Coke in their glass, you're lying to them to get them to get to your angle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And maybe they'll notice after that first sip, but you still manipulated them into taking that sip of Coca-Cola that they thought was Pepsi.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I look. I could be totally wrong.
No, you said it. You said it best, dude. I mean that makes that in that situation, that would be. But I think maybe in their sick brains, they're thinking that they're just persuading and they're not manipulating. They're not, they would justify it by saying something like that, like, "Oh, we were just influencing them then," because they call themselves influencers. We were just influencing them to want to do this, and and it's just they're just using it under the guise of manipulation. So.
Yeah, well, the social media and the platforms. There's so many platforms now. Like we're here on YouTube, we're on X Live. But God, there's like Twitch, there's Rumble, there's like so many platforms you can choose from these days that can give someone a voice that wouldn't normally be platformed. Yeah. And so sometimes you use that voice, you get that giant following. You have to understand you do have a platform. Like you almost have a responsibility to realize there's people, even though they're in the minority, that when you talk about, I don't know, something like death or murder, right? Like one of them might have just had a family member murdered within the last year or something. Like you just don't know, who's watching. And so I take issue with this, like with Avi Loeb. And that's why I've been hammering him so much lately, is because I get it, dude. You're out there telling people 3i Atlas is an alien ship, and you're doing it knowing it's false, knowing it's a natural occurrence, but also knowing this will garner interest and it will get people to invest in your research. I totally get that. But there's the whole other half of that. There's the 3% of Americans that are paranoid, schizophrenic, undiagnosed, that are going to build bunkers or do something crazy because they think an alien ship is coming, because you're not you're not putting any connotation on that. You're not saying after the end of it, like, just saying this, there's like a 1 in a billion chance of this actually being an alien ship, but we could use the funding in case one was, or not even doing that. Like, just straight up saying, this is what it is. We need billions of dollars of funding. Fucking grosses me out, dude. Fear mongering for dollars grosses me out.
It's all that. It's fear mongering is the best way to push persuasion in one's direction.
Yeah. Speaking of marketing, right? Talk about effective marketing. Get people afraid.
Yeah. Cause
Get people
controversy.
afraid. Yeah. Check this out. So this was, I don't know if you like dark journalists a lot. Do you follow dark journalists at all?
No.
No? Okay. So I'm kind of working on this project with Eric Hecker and Flak Magnet and Nathaniel Hanks on Eric Hecker's website, deciphering.tv. Eric Hecker just did an interview recently with Dark Journalist. Dude is fucking awesome researcher. He's like the FOIA fucking master. Anyway, he had this gentleman, Joseph Farrell, on. Do you know who Joseph Farrell is?
Mm-mm.
So Joseph Farrell's a longtime UFO researcher, ex-military experiencer, all this shit. And they're talk about these recent UFO whistleblower cats. And this, I think, is really interesting. We'll get back to the alpha male thing, but this just came across my desk.
Go ahead,
here.
dude. We ain't got to watch that.
I think we should totally check this out. This is very, very interesting. Come on, you stupid screen. Here we go. Okay.
The third piece was the Age of Disclosure CIA documentary. With all of the intel talking
It says CIA documentary.
People like Marco Rubio in there. And Anna Paulina Luna, of course.
You know, Daniel, you and I have been around the ufology narrative for decades.
Ufology.
We've watched this build up towards disclosure wax and wane for decades. I mean, this goes back to Donald Kehoe and the 1950s. You know, I am intensely, I'm skeptical of anything coming out of Washington, D.C., claiming to come out of whistleblowers or people like that.
Yeah.
These people are professional liars. They get paid to lie. So I would urge due caution, because what they're trying to do, and you and I saw this at the Bastrop 2015 conference. We saw it in the previous conference the previous year. I am convinced to this day that those two conferences put the intelligence UFO community on their ear.
Mm-hmm.
Because those two conferences, number one, they were grassroots conferences. There was absolutely no interference from outside quarters. The second thing about both of those conferences is they did not invite the UFO divas.
Right.
There were not the same people that went to all the UFO conferences and congresses telling the same stories
UFO
over and over
divas.
about imminent disclosure. It was an entirely different ticket. And most of the speakers were there and backed up what they said. So what those two conferences told the intelligence community was they were in serious danger of losing control of the narrative. And in fact, they had lost control of it. And now there was emerging another narrative that was building out an entirely different scaffolding of interpretation for understanding these types of things. And they had to assert control over it once again. And it's significant to me, Daniel, that they have had to do so now by coming out with quasi-official admissions that all of this stuff that for decades they were denying is now real. So in other words, this is a limited fallback position. This is a if you will, this is a defensive strategy and a counteroffensive to get rid of the independent alternative ufology community altogether.
Right. Yes.
I do not think it's going to be successful.
Wow. So, what do you think of that, buddy, as we look at your automated cars here? So he's saying they're cutting out the MUFON folks, essentially, right? And they're kind of starting from scratch and saying, folks, follow this crowd. Follow
It might be
these
just
guys.
another narrative that to push somebody's. I don't know, dude. Again, like I said, I don't think there's aliens flying around. I don't see any evidence of that. There might be, but I don't think there is. I think it's all just a big ploy to make somebody rich.
Yeah.
And it gets gain some kind of perspective and narrative or something. That's all.
God, how crazy.
I hate that. I used to believe it. I used to want it to be true, but you've got kind of.
So you don't think there's anything at all to it? You don't think there's any extraterrestrial life anymore? Just think.
I think
it's just us alone out here.
No. I believe in the universe there's probably millions of stuff like us, and there's no telling. But coming here, no. I don't.
No,
I just
why
don't
not?
think because I believe that physics somewhere else is like our physics here, and we just don't have the technology to do that yet, dude. It's not something that's feasible, I guess. And it's not. It would just take too long for something to even go, 4 light years.
Yeah.
It would take like our I think what they said that our farthest probe, the Juno or the whatever one is just now hit 1 light day. It's like 1 light day away. And it's been
I was
1979.
I was reading some article that said like interstellar travel, like if that becomes a thing, what it might actually be is essentially uploading your brain to data, then a laser beam sending that data to whatever planet, and then that data downloaded to like an avatar, and that's how you would experience a planet 8.10 light years away or whatever.
That sounds cool. I mean, if that's what it was.
Well, the premise of the article is basically like we're just never going to figure out the travel thing, right? Like even in the Alien movies, what were they? They would like sleep in cryogenic chambers, but there was still the problem of time, right? Like, so why isn't everybody dead when you get back? Because it's been like 200 years essentially that you've been traveling.
I think now that we can get our spacecraft up if we wanted to. I think we could get our even with those little the little nuclear explosions out the back. We can get we can get our spacecraft up to like, I think they said like 10%, 4 to 10% of the speed of light, or maybe a quarter of the speed of light, and take, because like when you're traveling that fast, you get there like you're not you haven't aged as much when you get there by the time you get there, because you don't age as much when you're traveling fast. So,
dude, the whole concept is just crazy. It was
I think it's a lot. I think it's flawed a whole lot. But
did you watch that movie Interstellar?
Yeah.
It was like trying to keep up with that, right? Like what the fuck? What do you mean? You got you got on the planet, and then like 7 hours on the planet was like 7 years back home or some weird shit. It was. Yeah, I'm just not good enough at math, man.
No,
I'm just
so
not.
Close to because the closer to the Earth, the more gravity that we're around, the slower time goes. And then they've proven that with atomic clocks and stuff. Like the higher that they go, the faster you age.
Has to do with the gravity. I remember that. Yeah.
The faster you go, that's why I said if you went to speed of light somewhere, you would get there instantaneously.
Right.
But where we started at, it would take 10,000 years or whatever to get there, for however long, 4 years.
Maybe we have a mathematician in the chat that can do the math for us. But this is a look at the X-59. Now this is eventually going to be a passenger craft that's going to travel. The cruising speed is going to be 1.4 Mach. Yeah, that's going to
These
be
ones that they've cut down on the whole sonic boom.
right. There's little to no sonic boom, at least not that you're going to experience in the compartment anyway.
Yeah,
And it's going to travel at 55,000 feet at Mach 1.4, dude. You are going to get from New York to London in a matter of hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean,
yeah, they did that with the Concorde, though. You know, Concorde.
oh, this makes the Concorde look slow. You know, this makes a Learjet look like Grandpa's old Buick. Pretty nuts, man. Pretty sweet. But this is obviously the prototype. Yeah, this is a prototype. This isn't the full shebang. The other day I played a video of one taking off, and the cars on the road on the freeway next to the airport were louder than the jet taking off. I mean, once it got up and it got going, yeah, it's super loud. But dude, the takeoff was almost completely silent. Never seen anything like it. It's just crazy. Yeah, man. It reminds me of the spaceship we have that Boeing has that we don't really advertise a lot, the X-37B, that fucking we just blast off into space whenever we want and don't tell people about it.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That thing's a trip. So, okay, so sorry to get a little sidetracked there, but I saw that come up, and then the UFO thing reminded me of the NASA jet. But let's get back to these alpha males, because this subject, I'm fascinated by this. I haven't dived in, I haven't gotten into it at all. I haven't checked out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. So these guys are fighters that become influencers / alpha males.
Fighters. No, they're not fighters. The other guy says he's been in a lot of fights, but he's lying. So they're fighting just because the other one's talking shit.
So they're influencers, basically saying they're alpha males and talking about fighting, getting into fights with each other. I don't know if
they call them. Wes Watson calls himself an alpha male, but let me show you. I'm just gonna.
What do they call themselves if not alpha males?
This is
just
podcasters. This is a better one that they.
Well, send me the link. Yeah, send me the link.
Influencers.
They're influencers. Okay.
Influencers, yeah. Here's look, we're gonna watch John Bravo. But on your description, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send his the link to the video to you in the chat here. But when you play it, whenever in the description of the video, or when you go back, you can just put thanks to courtesy of John Bravo. That's all he wants you to do is just give. We can use footage of it, but just can't play like a lot of it. But
I think the way the rules go are if you play just a quick segment and then stop and talk, play a quick segment, stop and talk.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. And like I said, he's talked about this before. Said that he just wants people to give shout outs to him whenever they use his stuff. That's it.
So, he's not a douche.
No, you'll see. So here. Oh, wait a minute. Here, let me get this. Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to play it.
See, you have to be careful, man. I got a message in X today from a person that sent me a follow. So did the courtesy follow back, sent me a message, seemed nice. And then within like 2 or 3 messages is trying to ask me like personal, like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm sorry. This is like, oh, 1 second.
Yeah, people do that shit too. Oh yeah, scumbags. This guy is so here. I just sent you the YouTube. His name's John Bravo Films. Is the name of him.
Okay, how's that sound?
What? Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
Sounds all right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to like replace my microphone line or the connection because
Yeah, there's the name of his thing, John Bravo Films. Just put that in the
Because that
description.
noise right there. Okay. Put his
Just
channel
like
in the description.
Yeah, yeah. Just say it. You know.
Well, it's a live video, so I'll have to put it in there afterwards.
Yeah. That's fine. You put it in there afterwards. We'll just say courtesy. Do you want to put it? You can put it on the. Can you type it and put it on the screen up there when he plays?
Oh yeah, you know what? 1 second.
Yeah, type down there. Yeah.
Uno momento, por favor.
Yo, what's up, little dudes?
All on the up and up. We don't want to step on any toes for sure.
Been writing lots of pretty songs lately, dude. Recording lots of music. Yes, sir.
Let's hear one. Let's hear one.
It's something like that. And then there's more singing to it. I just don't sing and play. But they wrote. Sorry about that. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, I was pulling up this video and I had myself muted. Now I was saying I like it, man. It sounded good.
Appreciate it. My drums, I got my drums are all mic'd now, dude. You know, drums mic'd. They sound fucking. Excuse my language. They sound awesome, dude. They are
good.
Man.
Good, man. That's what it's about, dude. Just being excited, you know. Like, hold on to that, buddy. That's a good one. Yeah, being passionate and excited about something is so key to having a happy life, for sure. Yeah. I want to say
I'm listening. I can hear you.
The song, when me and my buddies were older teens, you know, 17, 18, 19, and you do the house parties and be like drinking beers. And I remember like my friend Joe, we always knew when he was trying to get some, because when he started singing Pink Floyd, what's the song?
Wish You Were Here or Comfortably
Wish You Were Here. Yes, Wish You Were Here.
I can play that one too.
Oh yeah, dude. The women would just it was hilarious.
See if I can get my camera mess up.
Smooth operator.
Oh yeah, see, I knew my camera was gonna mess up. It always messes up whenever I move it. But hold on, let me get it. Here, damn it. Oh. Let me see here.
Well, we're definitely gonna know who sponsored this video. Sponsored by Enhanced for gotta get his name up here.
Is it you got your Enhanced? Okay, that's his stuff.
John Bravo Films.
Yeah. John Bravo Films.
All right, let me know when you're ready to rock, buddy.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I gotta get this camera. I'm getting my camera refixed because it's messed up.
Okay.
I got a couple cameras here. Let me get this running.
Speaking of which, I need to refill my beverage. So, folks, stand by, and I will be right back. Let me play a little.
Let's go. Let's see if it makes it.
Little tune I made. Here we go. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, I'm back, buddy.
Yeah, there it is.
There he is.
Yeah, so there's
enjoying
there's my
your
drum
tobacco cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Huntsville, so in Alabama, weed is still illegal, right?
Huh? Weed, yeah, it's still illegal. Well, medically, it's legal barely, but I mean, they hadn't really started it yet.
How stupid!
Yeah,
like
so
how
dumb.
absolutely stupid.
Yeah, you said
that
cool set there.
Someone in my state in Oregon can go into a store with all they have to have is a valid form of ID and be 21, and they can buy up to 2 ounces.
How much is it, 2 ounces?
And travel. That depends on the quality, bud. Anywhere between
top quality, best of the best.
Okay, best of the best, 2 ounces, probably be around 3 to 350, 3 to 400. Top quality.
It'll be that fire though.
It'll be that super fire, dude. Yeah. Bottom of the barrel, you could probably get a couple ounces for 60 to 100.
And what's bottom of the barrel though? It's still good though.
Still be good in Huntsville, Alabama.
It's still that good.
Yeah, no seeds, no brick, none of that stuff. It just wouldn't be as bright green and crystally as the top shelf stuff is.
I like some bright green. I get some bright green stuff, dude, all the time.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I guess good. I guess good bright.
This little background beat, I got so sick of getting copyrighted. I just made this beat. And I got a few of them like that where I just got so frustrated.
Dude, you need to go to Udio, go to the AI there. Well,
yeah.
You can't download.
Well, I told you, hey, you know what? While we're doing this, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear this.
All right.
You hear anything? No. Okay. See, I got to figure out where that output goes.
What is it
I got a Stream Deck. Do you have a Stream Deck?
I ain't got a Stream Deck.
I just got one, and I'm learning it. You know what I mean?
What does it look like?
So it's like the legit Stream Deck one. It's got 8 buttons, 4 term knobs, and an LCD screen.
Okay. Is it? You don't know how to work it yet, or?
No, I'm just figuring it out, buddy.
It's gonna be the audio that comes with the. It'll be like, either default audio. Usually is what it would default to. But you need your input, your output, or your input, or your output needs to be on speakers. Your regular speakers.
Let me try this. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to cut off my mic so I know it's not the mic picking it up. Nothing?
Make sure you got it turned up.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I'll just have to figure out whatever the output is.
Let me play this. I got that one. Here's that one I was talking about. That little thing. That one song. You hear that?
Nope.
Can't hear that?
Nah.
Hold on. Let me turn that background. I think it's that background crap.
Too many inputs and outputs.
I think it's the well, actually, so I'd go to, instead of microphone, I'd go to stereo. And let me see tell me if this works. You won't be able to hear me, I'm sure, but hold on.
I heard something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you sound terrible.
Okay, yeah, because that's for my camera. For my camera mic. Let me get my good mic here. Let me turn this noise canceling cancellation off. All right, tell me if you can hear this now.
I can hear it slightly, yeah.
This is.
Why can't you send them back to Mexico with a cerveza for pasos and half-eaten taco?
What is this?
I wrote it.
Doesn't matter if he's from Chicago. Here is seeds for pasos, Jesuita tacos or run a lago. El personas non gratas, España mexicanas. But first, let's eat his taco.
There's hold on, let me turn it off. Stop. Hold on, let me turn it off. Stop it. Hold on a minute, damn it.
Oh, you broke it, man.
Obviously. Damn it. There you go. Nope. Alright.
No.
Stop. Yeah, it stopped. I don't know why it does that shit. That's the first time it's ever done it, actually. Stop.
This is thrilling live streaming, y'all. People are literally tuning in by the hundreds right now.
I'm just gonna
It's
exit
hilarious.
Look, I just turned it out. I just turned it completely off. Alright. But anyway,
Hey, don't forget to switch your mic. Your mic's all messed up. You got to echo.
No, I got my good mic on now. My snowball.
All right, hang on.
Or hold on, let me see.
All right, I turned your echo cancellation on.
Is it better now or no?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're good now.
All right, let me make sure I took that. Yeah, me reduce microphone background noise too. Here, there we go.
All right, now let's get back into this now. Now, who's John Bravo and why are we watching this?
Okay, John Bravo is just a YouTuber, a content creator that makes that he gets some FOIAs for some cases involving like this one we're fixing to watch, this Wes Watson guy, and he calls out all these people that are fake influencers, and he does a lot of like little investigative journalism, I guess you call it. But he makes really good videos. But his videos are really good, and I would suggest you go to John Bravo Films on YouTube and watch his stuff, because it is amazing the way he does it. He's an awesome editor, and I strive to have my stuff look like his. So
cool, man. Yeah, that's how Sean Ryan is too. He's like, clip my shit, use it up, but you could at least give me some credit. You know what I mean, for doing it. So right on, man. Yeah, John Bravo, thank you. And let's take a look into this. This is Wes Watson's bombshell secret exposed.
Remember the last time we saw Miss Peggy sitting on the table with his butt buddy Jack Epstein, right? Crying like a little bitch. Because we all know he can't handle the jokes I tell about him.
He's in the process of getting sued.
But this is the thing. You can't sue someone because you can't handle the way they clown you, you asshole. That shit's not gonna work. And now we know Angie left him because she couldn't put up with all his crying and all his needs, his special needs that this guy has, right?
Damn.
So you know what he's doing? He's scouring the internet, because we all know his favorite kind of sites where he finds all these sharmutas from the past. Well, now he's found a new one, right? And she's definitely something else, but I noticed something. If you look at her mouth, I don't know. I mean, we all know how you like to be greeted, Peggy. But seeing that, do you think that's such a good idea?
We're at the house, and I'm wanting my dick sucked, and I can't get my fucking dick sucked. I'm pissed.
But that's not all. I got some clues on what he's got going on behind the scenes himself. Wait until I show it to you.
See how he does his
I
videos?
need the next goal from
videos.
this life.
They're good.
Huh?
See how he does his videos? Like the whole, the way it looks.
Yeah, it's got a good flow to it.
Yeah. He's going to explain to you now.
So we all know by now how insecure this piece of shit is. He always needs somebody by his side. a butler, a sharmuta.
What's a sharmuta, by
A
the
girl,
way?
a female, a hooker, like
Okay.
basically a sharmuta. I believe it's a hooker, or it's just a girlfriend, or just girls.
Where is that? What culture is that from?
That's
Where is that?
Spanish, I believe. Sharmuta would be Spanish.
Spanish. Okay. So this guy's Spanish?
Yeah. No, this guy is. He just calls them that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, just fucking around.
You gotta just. You'll
Gotcha.
see.
Jack Epstein, his
He's talking about
buddies.
Jack-
This
he's talking
guy
about
can
Jack,
never be alone, right?
Jack,
so Angie
the
left
little
him.
young dude, the little young guy, the nuisance guy, Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
It calls him Jack Epstein. His
Why
name
is he like a pedo or what?
Yeah, because he makes his money off of like girls money. Like he takes a lot of their money from their OnlyFans and stuff for non-disclosure agreements and shit. It's all, you'll see. He roasts the shit out of him, dude.
Oh my gosh, there's like a whole world I don't even know about, man.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
And of course, he's got to go on those sites that we've seen him on before where he found Gabby. Well, he's back on them, and he found the replacement. And I'm
Guessing
looking at
these are
her
the
here,
younger girl
posing with
sites.
him, right, on Instagram.
Yeah, this is the guy
and
that
I'm saying
sells
to myself,
the
you know what?
coaching.
Maybe she's going to actually save him money this time, because I don't think she needs to fill up that ass of hers with anything else. Because we all know how much money he spent injecting that silicone in Angie's ass. Well, now he's going to save some money at least this time. But I noticed something, with this spectacular girl. She looks spectacular in these photos.
Spectacular.
With all her enhancements. But there's a picture she puts up over here. And if you zoom in a little bit, you can see something growing on her mouth. And that got me thinking, we know how much this guy, he loves to be greeted a certain way, whenever he...
Oh, I think I know where this is going. It's the old herpes simplex too.
Yeah, he's
Yikes.
talking about
wants it.
I think this one, this kid that he had a conversation in, I think he calls and gets his prescription or something. But yeah, I believe this.
Oh
is
my God.
Fucked up.
He needs it. He has to get it. How many times he said it on camera to Angie in front of the kids, nothing matters to him.
Like I tell her to fucking greet me when I come in the goddamn house.
There's kids all
or
around.
when I'm around to make sure that she shows she's attracted to me.
That
And she
girl's
doesn't
got
really do
kids
it.
all
That's
around
the
there.
problem we have.
Well, seeing
Her
that,
daughter's like right
think
there.
about it. Is that such a good idea? I mean, she puts that mouth on his thing.
Okay, so he just said he wants to be greeted with a blowjob.
Yeah.
So he knows he's attractive.
Yeah, that she's attracted to him, and her daughter's
kids
like
are right
her
there.
daughter's like 2 or 3, and then another kid's like 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, and they're in the room.
Yeah. So the guy's super cool, right?
Yeah, he's fucking. I'm gonna go buy his course here right when we're done, dude.
Yeah, dude. Definitely a guy I'd want to hang out with for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
if
he's
you're
a real
looking for a
douchebag.
male role model,
What's going to
holy
happen?
shit, man.
But then I remembered something. Remember the CVS, the kid who went in because he liked Wes's cars and he wanted to ask him about it, and Wes was like, I'm that motherfucker, right?
I'm that motherfucker.
You look like that motherfucker, me too. I just started my shit 20 days ago. I already got 1 million views.
You ain't that dude.
Who are you?
Shut the fuck up right now. Wrong dude, bro.
I'm the wrong dude too, bro.
Wrong dude.
Okay, Mr. Tough Guy, calm down. I'm just staying in a nice car. Yeah, you too, bro.
Well, I don't think people know about
fuck.
this because the next day, that kid went back. He wanted to see what Wes was doing there. So he pretended he was Wes. He went to fill his prescription. And it turns out, Wes already has the shit. So that girl greeting him down there, it's not gonna fucking matter.
Hi, I'm getting a prescription. I was seeing if it's ready for Lee Watson.
Date of birth?
It's like November 19, 1994. Wesley Watson. I don't know if it's ready. It said it's ready.
Yo, that's
There's nothing
dirty
ready.
though.
It doesn't say the next date it's coming.
The acyclovir is out of refill, so that's the one that you
It's
used.
the acyclovir.
Acyclovir?
The green.
Okay.
The antiviral?
So everyone who knows me, in my regular life, they know that
It is dirty.
all my life, my car
I mean, like I get it. It's a low blow. It's funny, but like, get getting people's medical information. I gotta disavow. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't him that done it. It was another guy that did it.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, but how many followers does he have? Like, yeah, I don't know, 300,000 followers. He just showed it to. So, I don't know, man. It's like I don't mean to be like a stick in the mud. I just don't like it when people's health information is like.
I agree. I agree with it.
I felt the same way when they did it to Grush, dude. You know, like I don't like it, man. Like people's health is like, yeah. Well, and it's just like right and wrong, man. Like there's just some lines like you don't need to go there. Like you already got the herpes on her lip. We don't need to confirm it with the medication, y'all. Come on. It's a low blow. All right. We'll continue here.
Cars, my favorite color is black. All my cars are black. I put them on Instagram. I put them on videos, right?
Oh, it's like my garage.
That piece of shit. You think he knows how to drive a real man's car? No, he can't even drive stick.
Oh, that's nice.
Besides, he runs around town with a woman's purse, that little bitch.
What's this? Hey, you morons out there that watch fake news.
Not this asshole again. I was just about to fucking leave. And everyone knows that's my thing, except for t-shirts. You know, I got 100 of these white t-shirts in the closet. But other than that, black is my thing, especially with cars, right? Well, Wes went on Instagram and he's bought, stay tuned for more info on this in a minute, he's bought himself a new black Lamborghini.
Oh, no.
And he bought it in black. And what he's saying now is he wants to convert all the cars he has now to black because that's his thing now. But in reality, we know how much of a fan he is of me. Well, now we know he's even a bigger fan because he's even copying the way I do things to my cars.
And the one I originally wanted, the black one, just...
Okay, so this guy basically, he calls these cats out, and he's kind of saying like, well, you know, you might be able to pick on other guys and push them around, but you're not going to do that to me, and I'm going to call you on your bullshit.
Yeah, basically, and then like he just he gets all the like he's got a like all his cars somehow. He's got to deal with the dealership that they're going to sell the car, but he's going to use his showroom, his garage is like a showroom, and pay he's going to pay the dealership, you know, the dealership, like it's like $50,000 to keep it for like a couple months or something. And then in the garage, and he could drive it so many miles, you know, and then, but it's like something like, it's like that.
Yeah.
But it isn't even a lease. It's more of like an illegal, not illegal, but like just shady shit that they're doing. And all the influencers do it because they take pictures with the cars.
The John Bravo guy?
No, not John Bravo. No, just the Wes Watson guy.
Okay.
The guy with
the John Bravo guy, and that's what he's doing. He's kind of calling him out.
Like that. He's not. He's all about like American muscle car. He builds his cars and shit. He's not
right. And he's like he's showing his collection, saying, "I own these things. I don't lease."
Yeah,
them.
basically, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he was kind of doing that, but he don't really brag or show all what he has. But you know,
like Cobra was pretty sick.
Yeah. That Shelby.
Give him that.
Yeah, but
dude.
Yeah, but Wes Watson here, he's got like, you know, he's got a Bugatti, you know, and then this right here, he's got like a Range Rover, and they're all like, and there's a couple like a Phantom Rolls Royce, and
right.
out. Yeah,
what got you so interested in all this? We'll give you a pause. Actually, let's let the video play out. I'll give it a pause.
I think I'm going to do the next phase of my cars. It's going to be all black cars with bright interiors. I have a black and pink one coming, and then Man Street. I might turn this into a black with orange. I don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of just going a whole different route. All black, bright interiors, new step for me.
So notice something. You know, in that video, that Lamborghini is $1 million. And we're all thinking, this guy's going broke. He can't pay his taxes. We know his programs aren't selling. So we're all wondering, you know, how is this asshole getting the money to do this? It's Bugatti, his favorite thing. It's even for sale. His divorce with his ex Valerie. She even posted this on Instagram, which I'm going to show you here. He hasn't finalized that divorce because he doesn't want to fucking pay her. So how is he affording to buy all this new shit, right? But I remember something. Remember that Angie call that I put out, you know, showing her messages that she didn't know was going to be put out? Well, there was a part that I didn't release where she said that Wes does whatever things he does to make money. And I always wondered, you know, what were those types of things?
But the thing is, I did heal something so freaking huge. He doesn't have the tools. He'll always have a car and try to get money because of whatever things he does. But
so when I heard that, I started thinking, you know, maybe the programs, maybe that's not his only source of income. And maybe soon we're going to find out exactly what it is he's doing behind the scenes.
Everybody who talks about you, they're intimidated by you and jealous of you. So they talk bad about you to others and to the world so that others won't find you as appealing as they do. They love you. You love me.
Because at the end of the month, I think it's October 26th, he has a pre-hearing and he has a trial the first week of November. And his asshole's been delaying this shit for months.
Do you know what he got in trouble for? What he's going to court for?
Oh yeah, I did a video about it. They beat up him and his buddies beat up that black guy that came into the
What?
Yeah, I made a video about it. You can go over my channel and pull it up.
Yeah, I'm going there now. But so what happened?
It's this black people like Wes was like he was talking shit about people, like just talking shit and he said that if anybody wanted to fight him to come up to his gym. And so like this black dude like said he wanted to fight him, and Wes basically told him to come up there. And the huge black dude, they said like 7 foot tall black dude, and he went in there to, you know, confront Wes and shit. And then Wes hit him with a weight belt, and then all his buddies like basically like ganged up on him, beat the shit out of him, dude. It's all on film. Beat the shit out of him.
Is this the one? He spent a decade beating off extremists?
No. That's Ben Azuli. Keep going down. This one says, this one's a little bit further down. It says Wes Watson something.
Wes Watson and crew jump a guy at gym?
Yeah. Yes.
Full fight footage?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, I remember seeing this. I guess I didn't know who I was.
Yeah, I had to edit it. It's edited enough to where you're not going to get in trouble for it either.
Okay.
So. But I had to edit it, but it shows pretty much, you know, what. I'm sure you hit like on it.
So what's the story here? So this is Wes Watson?
That's Wes Watson right there in the black, you know, in the front, the big black guy just
over here with the beard.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Wes Watson, and they're having some kind of dispute.
Yeah,
it
this
looks
black
like
guy just came in and put his phone down, and that's what's filming it right now, I believe, that part. And then, but he came in, and then he walked up to him, and he pushed him. It starts. I think I show it from. I might show it from the beginning. You should have to watch it and see. But the black guy.
This is the very start.
Like, hey, you want to fight?
Oh. So what are we looking at here? Are these the charges?
Yeah, I think I talked during it. Oh.
Okay.
It's clear as day. I was sitting down on a bench. Dude came up. He's about 7 foot, and big ass dude.
All right, so this is from the incident report. It looks like.
This is from the surveillance footage of the gym.
Oh, okay, I was reading the statement.
Oh yeah. I put the
says after reviewing CCTV of the incident, it shows the victim in the gym walk towards the subject who is sitting. The victim places his phone down next to a weight machine as if he was attempting to record the encounter. The victim then walked towards the suspect and grouped near him. The victim then slightly pushed the suspect.
It shows all it is show all that reading it right there is it shows you what's happening in the video.
Okay, yeah, and it looks like from reading it, this is actually the police report.
Yeah, the police report. It is the police report.
Yeah, okay.
But I just lined it all together.
Got you. Good job, man. Yeah, because I'm the dork that would pause it and read all that.
Yeah, see, and then I had to get it from here because the other one cut off it there. Okay. I picked it up right at the beginning of that.
Okay, so I'm just going to peruse this real quick here. The victim went to the gym to confront the suspect. Okay, so this was an argument that started on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. And this guy found them at the gym after getting into an argument on Instagram.
He just came to the gym and straight confronted him.
Yeah, so in a way, he provoked it, but that doesn't necessarily...
Yeah, but watch what they do to him. Yeah, no, but...
Yeah, because I didn't see him hit anybody.
No, but you just watch it and you hadn't finished what? Yeah, what?
Yeah, he still hasn't hit anybody. There, he got defensive.
Now watch. He said he wanted to fight. Now look, watch this. I had to stop it, but he hit him with the weight belt.
Oh my God!
Look now. Oh, and then
so this is after he got hit with the belt.
Yeah. I cut. I think I showed pretty much most of it, all of it, I believe, but it's not.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to blur it out. Yeah. He hit him like 20 something times on the ground. Then the other guys hitting him and kicking him.
Whoops. Wow.
Oh yeah, watch this. Then he kicks him in the face, dude. Watch in a minute. No.
God.
Yeah, watch. Now watch this. There's one kick. Watch this.
My God.
Watch this.
And
watch this.
That was him too.
Yeah, this was hitting right here on the ground. Watch this now. That ain't nothing. That's one kick. Watch this next one.
Motherfucker came trying to fight me. He came over here.
Oh my God. I mean, that was him. There's no saying that wasn't me. So that was him that kicked him in the head the first time.
Oh yeah, John Bravo's got the whole video. Like that's all uncut.
I mean, you can clearly see him right there.
Yeah, like I said, John Bravo on his channel, he's got the actual raw video of it. Or I think he put it on Twitter. I put all of it together. I'm the only one who put it together. I found.
Yeah, you know what would have been cool to see is the Instagram altercation that led to that. I wonder what it was.
I think it shows on one of them. There's a whole bunch of stuff about it on John Bravo's. I got this stuff from John Bravo's stuff.
Yeah, I can see how it's interesting because the whole topic is interesting. Like, why are they getting so much traction? Who's paying the bills? What are the bills?
I think he's selling drugs, dude.
Really?
Yep.
Which one?
Wes Watson.
You think Wes Watson is selling? He acts like a guy that's on drugs.
Yeah, well, he's definitely on drugs. There's the last video I watched that just that Bubba guy's, the one we were watching earlier. That showed him doing coke. Yeah, but I think because he's got too much money, dude, and he's making too much money, and he's not. They've already calculated how much he should be making, and
yeah.
And
for the record, y'all,
he lives in Miami too, dude. He lives in Miami.
Oh man, yeah, coke is bad, y'all. It's not the 70s anymore, right? Come on, is it?
The early 80s, yeah.
It's you hear about like fentanyl and all this crazy shit, and you really want to go fuck around with that? Y'all are smarter than that, especially if you're chilling with me. Look, I'm not being judgy. I'm just saying there's some things like you just need to be careful with, and some things like just aren't even worth the risk. You know, when I was younger, like in my party days, like fentanyl didn't even exist. You know, we never heard the word fentanyl. Never heard of that shit before.
Hit like on that video too, homies. For the algorithm.
Oh, of course. Of course. Okay, so these cats are living large because, like, is it just like men have a lack of people to look up to?
I guess, or just that they just see what they.
Or
On the
I say
outside.
men, young men, right? There's got to be young men.
No, there's some other ones like Borat Watson and all them, and there's a couple of his lackeys that clean his house. They're like they have a couple of their channels and shit. This it's crazy, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Borat Watson. He looks like Borat.
God, you know, speaking of weird stuff online, did you ever see any of that whole debacle with like Kanye and that guy that was assisting him? I can't remember his name, but oh my God. Oh yeah. If you want to go down a crazy rabbit hole, just YouTube that for a while. That'll blow your mind. Like some of the craziness they were doing. They like were messing around with the Ross Coulthart show and all their directors. They had him like, it's crazy, dude. The rabbit hole is nuts.
Ross Coulthart.
Yeah, old Ross. The Orbs. That's your favorite guy, dude.
I hate him, dude. He's such a kook, dude.
Here's one. What's your least favorite thing about Ross Coulthart?
It's just the fact that anything that he does with journalism on, he makes it so it's the most sensational. No matter what it is, it could be bugs flying around. He's on definitely that's orbs in the outback. Like, no, it's bugs and out. You know, he tries to sell it because he knows it sells. And he knows people are gullible, and he knows people will believe anything. And because he's a trusted journalist, and he's got that accent, he can sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him, dude. He sucks, dude. Completely sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. What was he doing? Do you know what he was doing before News Nation?
Probably sucking dick. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, probably. But like because I always wondered, like, what was that guy doing? He seems like a very established journalist.
Yeah, I think he's always been a journalist, dude. Pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because I wonder who he was with. Anyway. Yeah. Cool. Dude, I'm so glad you came and chilled, buddy. This was awesome.
It was, dude. I will do it again. We got to do it again sometime.
Yeah, this is a good time. I think, once you get to that 3-hour mark, it's kind of like, all right, yeah, well, I think we kind of covered everything. Everything.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I just messaging my sister today because she made Rotel tonight, dude. And I was like, hey, are you still awake? And she's like, yeah. I was like, hey, I'm going to come over and get some of that Rotel. She lives in an apartment right behind my studio here.
What's Rotel?
You never had Rotel? It's cheese dip. It's like it's cheese dip with sausage cooked sausage, ground sausage, and then ground beef.
That's got to be a Southern thing.
No, it's not. It's Mexican. It's like not Mexican. It's dip. Dude, you never had Rotel chips and dip? It's cheese dip, like Velveeta cheese, and then sausage, and then Rotel's in a can, and then it's
okay.
It's just
I think I'm with you.
Dip. It's like a party dip almost.
Yeah, all right. I think we'd probably just call it something else, like 7-layer dip or something.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not 7-layer dip. I know what that is.
No,
no, it's not that. This is like.
See, I'm gonna have to Google this now because this is gonna bother me. Rotel.
It's real, dude. I'm telling you, it's really. I'm gonna go.
Oh, I see it. Okay, it's like queso.
It is, yes, exactly what it is.
It has
queso,
more stuff in it.
Yes, it's queso with ground beef and ground sausage in it, and then it has the Rotel stuff, and then it's like she uses a block of yellow American Velveeta, and then the white queso.
That looks fucking delicious, buddy.
Oh, dude,
you know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to dance. Ever show you this one?
This from when they had experiments.
This is up in space, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They did experiment.
Look at all that room.
Be awesome.
Dude, could you imagine, like, no gravity?
That'd be awesome.
You couldn't get me to stop. I'd be like a kid.
Oh,
For
yeah,
real.
dude.
I'd be like a kid. All right, buddy. On that note, I'm going to close it out for Hey, if you're still here, thank you for chilling. It was fun. We covered the shutdown. We covered the Gaza ceasefire that never really actually existed. Talked about the age of disclosure and how one Lou Elizondo kind of got blurred out of the preview. Talked about these fucking weirdo alpha males, and we're definitely gonna have to get more into that because I'm already seeing like conflict like that. It usually has a bad outcome.
Yeah.
And it's usually like headline making. Remember the guy that was going after Rogan, the liver guy?
Yeah.
How'd that guy end up?
I don't know. That guy went crazy though. These two are agreeing to fight. So,
Dude, he was on the news, like on drugs, running up and down hotel room hallways, like
one eye bigger than
screaming
the
for
other.
Rogan.
Crazy,
Yeah, bro, not good
Definitely
stuff.
blue, mouth all blue.
Not good stuff. Not
good
good
at all.
stuff. Don't follow any alpha males, y'all. But
not
do like and subscribe this show. Go over to Ryan's Pointing at Failure. Like and subscribe his show. And we will see y'all next time. Let me click the little button here. Thanks for
Appreciate it,
joining.